Welcome back to Crosshair here on the GDQ Hotfix. My name is Dangerous, and this is the show that features runs with bullets. First-person shooters, third-person shooters, shmups, bullet hells, lasers, rockets, grenades, paintballs, and shotgun shells. It's got bullets in it. It's got a home here, Crosshair. If you got a run that you think qualifies for this or any of our other GDQ Hotfix shows, head on over to gamesdonequick.com/hotfix and fill out the run submission form, and you could just be on a future episode of the GDQ Hotfix. Folks, today, there's no hiding the theme. It's pretty clear what it is. We've got the biggest Crosshair episode yet. 6 runs of Contra. This is a series I've been wanting to feature on Hotfix for a while, and we just happened to pick the right week to make it all happen. So we have got 6 Contra runs, and they're all in release order, actually. We got them all in chronological order. So we're going to be starting out with the OG, original Contra with Angry Lynx. Take it away, sir.
Hey there. Thanks for having me. I'm Angry Lynx, as Dane just said. I had the world record in this game for about 5 years until getting recently beaten by King Koopa, who's now the record holder. Yeah, this is about as classic as it gets, so I can get the run going here in just a second. I'm going to reset and mash start. Timing starts on this one a little weird. There's these 2 medals that appear at the top left of the screen. I'll try to count it down so you guys can get the timer going, but we'll see what happens. But anyway, I'm going to reset and get the run going here, so thank you all for being here, and thanks for letting me be a part of this.
Heck yeah.
I'll try to count back from 5.
For sure. Do whatever you gotta do.
1. Okay. Sorry. That was a little bit of a terrible countdown, but it's close enough.
that was a quick countdown.
I know, I'm so sorry. I thought I had more time. Anyway, so for the run here, the first thing I'm doing is just grabbing the M. It's not super important, but it does reduce the amount of these backpack guys that show up that are kind of trolly. The next thing I'm going to do is just try to jump the least amount of times possible because you lose frames of animation for jumping. I'm going to get this S, the spread. It's classic. Everybody knows Contra's spread gun is the best. I'm going to do a lot of mashing, so I'll showcase some of that right now. Kill this turret. And I'm going to grab this other S just for fun. It doesn't really do anything. Here I'm going to shoot down at this laser, get it out of my way. And then here I'm going to grab this bar that stacks on the spread. Oh no, I fell in the pit. Well, this is already a disaster. So typically that jump is 3 frames and I failed it. So that's pretty embarrassing, but it happens. So we're going low percent strats. This will make the run a little more entertaining maybe. We'll see.
Ooh.
Got to get really risky with my movements now. So we're going in without the spread gun. So that's kind of a shame, but you know, it's a marathon. What can you do? This is what we got to do. We got to roll the punches. So this is going to change the whole dynamic of this. I was going to explain all these fun strats like spread rhythm, but instead I'm just going to show how slow the pea shooter is. All right, so I'm going to kill this turret, and then honestly, the base stages aren't that bad, even low percent strats without the S gun. You just have to stand in the right spots and know where to shoot. I'm going to shoot this gun just for fun, but really you just have to duck here and wait for this to open and mash and shoot. So, and I'm pretty bummed that I did not keep the spread gun, because it would be a cooler run to explain in a lot of ways if I had, but all right, here we go. Moving along here. So these stages are a lot less interesting without the spread gun, because there's this really cool strategy called the spread rhythm. It's really fun to showcase, and now I'm dying. Great. Okay, so now we're gonna go into the boss low percent. This is pretty tough. Let's see if I can do this. So I try to not kill these turrets. It's just slower, so I just want to shoot the boss. That was pretty good, actually. I'm pretty out of practice for low percent, so I'm glad that I pulled that off just now.
On the fly routing.
Yeah.
We love to see it.
Okay, so here's the waterfall stage. This is the only vertically scrolling stage in the game, and I'm going to set up these things called ledge skips. You have to move specific directions on every jump to get them to happen. I'm going to do a 2 ledge skip route. The world record route currently has 5 ledge skips, but this is one right here. You're not supposed to be able to jump there. And then it gets me to jump this flame easily. I was really wanting to grab that B, but I missed it. So we'll see if I can do the despawn strat up here. If I do my jumps right, I should be able to despawn this turret and not get killed. But, you know, it's not going to happen. I'm dying. This might be one of the worst Contra showcases I've ever given in a marathon. I apologize to everyone.
Hey, if it's entertaining, that's all that matters.
Yeah. Usually this is like a pretty automatic run for me, but it's giving me some trouble, so. Alright, so I'm going to kill this left arm. Normally I would try to kill both of them with the spread gun, but since I'm just using the pea shooter, it's a little tougher. So I got to try to not die here as I kill this mouth. Alright, let's see. Gonna be a 3-cycle fight. Okay, that's pretty good. You can kill it in 2 cycles with the pea shooter, but you have to be very precise, and I am not low percent practice stuff at this point. All right, so we got another base stage here. And you might wonder, why am I not grabbing like any other power-ups? Why wouldn't I grab like another spread gun or a laser? Well, it's actually slower to just not have the spread in the S. So I'd rather just do the pea shooter through these stages, and I'll get through it quicker this way than any other weapons. Well, this is pretty straightforward stuff. I'm just killing these sensors to get through the rooms. This is the only part in the game where the enemy patterns are completely fixed. You can always tell what they're going to do, so it's kind of nice in a way. So I just have to move left and right a lot in here to dodge these bullets, and while doing so, just shooting the targets in the wall. I did have the record for a while too in low percent, but also King Koopa has stepped up and really just kind of taken this game to new heights in all categories. I couldn't keep up, so I moved on with my life. I'm just going to shoot this turret, shoot this roller. Kill these 2 sensors. That guy drops an R, which would be helpful, but it's gonna slow me down a bit. So. Hopefully I can get the spread gun back on the next stage, which is the snowfield. But first I gotta kill this really tricky boss. So. See how it goes. Alright, good so far. Alright, here we go. This is always a little scary with the pea shooter. This boss has a frame-perfect trick you can do where you can glitch them, and so when they're separated, they don't have a hitbox, right? But if you hit them on the exact frame, their hitbox will stay active, and you can actually do damage to them while they're separated. And when you have the spread gun, that can be really impressive. We can do what's called a 1-cycle kill, and this boss just gets evaporated before he even has a chance to do anything to you. But since I've got the pea shooter, we're really looking at a slow fight. But we got through it, so that's good. It's pretty scary with bubbles. They can really mess you up pretty badly. All right, let's see if I can still manage the snowfield here with the pea shooter, and then if I can make it to the water, I should be able to get the spread gun back, and then the run will feel a little more comfortable again. I did not mash fast enough. Okay, let's not continue. That would be a shame. Play a little safe just because I don't want to die. Not too safe. Still gotta make it look like a speedrun a little bit. Ooh, that bullet's gonna get me. Had to dodge it. Alright, so here's where I can get my items back. There's the spread. Oop, I just got shot. Okay, so I'm gonna get really snug on this bulldozer. But the spikes don't actually have a hitbox. Its hitbox is like pretty far behind it. So you can just get really snug with it, just get right up in its grill and just mash it down like that.
Give it a hug.
Yeah, give it a little hug. It's fun.
Just give it a little hug.
So you're gonna give this one a hug as well. You can run in pretty early. We got a 1-up off that, so that's great. Increasing my chances of not having to continue in this run. Okay, we're in the home stretch of the stage here. We just got to get to the boss. The last little section. It's not too bad. So this boss can spawn in one of 3 places. It's a 50% chance roughly it will spawn on the right. So we usually just stand on the right, kind of spray and pray here. Nope, went to the left. got the kill though. Easy boss, nothing hard about it. All right, now we're getting into the global timer zone of the run, and there's flames on this level that cycle through from power on. So every 1.6 seconds, these flames shoot in a pattern. And we're going to see what the pattern is when I get there. I have no idea. There's no way for me to tell right now because, you know, if you mash start...
Everything's gone awry.
Yes, everything's gone wrong. And I don't have like a timer, personal timer running, so I wouldn't know anything. But we'll see what happens. Ooh, that guy really wanted to end the run. Okay, here we go. This is it. Oh, bottom flame. So really fast bottom flame. Don't... Dang.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I saw that come in. I was like, I'm going for it, but it's my time. I really can't die now, or, you know, get it continue. Alright, this is a pretty tricky part right here. I got the nice.
Well done.
All treacherous.
I'm holding my breath right now.
I'm gonna play this a little safe too, because I kind of forget the strat here for low percent. Alright, there we go. Alright, so this boss is gonna be rough. This guy, we call him the jumpin' jerk or jumpin' Joey, because every time he jumps, you lose time. See what he does. One jump. My friends growing up called him Kneecap Man because he shooted kneecaps. Alright, so There's a 1-up and we killed him, so we're going into another global timer stage. This is the hanger. These global timers attached to the claws on the ceiling, so should be fun. Let's see how it goes. Okay, that's like a pretty good pattern actually. It doesn't matter as much when I have pea shooter because I don't get to save as much time because I have to stop here and shoot this guy anyway. But if I had the spread gun and I got that pattern, I'd be thrilled.
Gotcha.
Gotta mash these walls down. Takes a lot of bullets.
Well, that's what the show is for.
Yeah. And that's a tough trick right there.
Nice.
Alright, so I got the barrier, and my movement was a little shaky there because that minecart underneath me was moving against my movement, so I don't know if I'm going to make it to the first wall, so I think I'm just not going to try to run into it. But normally I would use this barrier, this B, and I would just slam into this wall right here to kill it, but I'm just going to shoot it to be safe. I don't think I would have made it. I think I would have been dead. Last set of claws. We're coming up on the Heartbreak Alley here, is what we call this stretch, because this is where the game decides your fate. You'd be on world record pace right here, and the game's like, no thanks. But hey, it didn't do it. A lot of the times, one of those guys that has the backpacks will just run out and shoot you, and there's nothing you can do because the guy with the turret isn't in his way, and you can't kill him. It's like a body armor. All right, well, this is the last stage already, so this game goes really fast. This is Alien's Lair. This is the super scripted level. As long as you don't lose any frames, all of the enemies behave exactly the same. So this should be a victory lap as long as I don't do anything foolish. Mostly you're just jumping pits and shooting up at angles or down at angles to get rid of these little cotton balls that are flying in here, because they will kill you instantly, like everything in this game does. There's a spread gun here, if you're ever playing the game casually, lose your spread. There's one right there in that pod. You just keep running and keep shooting, you just don't stop. Actually, the easiest stage in the whole speedrun. It's a little anticlimactic in a way.
Really?
Yeah, so you just have to get through this. This is the only tricky part right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shoot up at the ceiling spider. Oh, I didn't kill that thing on the floor. That might be bad. See if I die. Nope, we made it. And time stops when I stand up. Time. I don't know what. I have no idea what time I just got. Probably terrible. Okay, that could have been way better. That's terrible.
Just underestimate.
Hey, as long as we're meeting an estimate, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you beat this game, and you're not actually a hero. You get to consider yourself a hero, as it says. That's Contra for you. Sorry I didn't showcase a better
it was entertaining to watch. Yeah. I was glued to the screen the whole time. That's all that matters.
It's a fun game to watch, just through and through, I think. So, but yeah. We're going to have you back here in just a minute for the next game, as a matter of fact, Super C. So we'll have you do like the full swath of shout outs then. But did you have anybody you wanted to shout out specifically for Contra 1? For Contra 1, I'd like to shout out TMR for helping me along the way a long time ago, DK28 for inspiring me, and the current world record holder, King Koopa, for just carrying the torch and bringing the game further. So I really appreciate that.
Absolutely. Yeah, folks, we're going to be seeing Angry Links again in just a minute, but we are going to take a quick break first. Before we take a break, though, I want to thank everyone for supporting The Game's Done Quick Hotfix with your subscriptions, gift sub. Welcome back to Crosshair. We just saw an awesome run of Contra 1, and we're going to be speeding right along to Super C in just a minute. But before that, if you are looking to get more involved with the GDQ community, you can join the official Games Done Quick Discord and add the hotfix role. By joining, you can get access to talking to staffers like myself. You can get information about upcoming events and more. Use !Discord in Twitch chat to get a link to that and get more info. With that said, our next runner we haven't seen for a very long time. It's been all of 6 minutes since we saw him last, and he's back to show off one more run. So Angry Links is going to be showing us Super C. Angry Links, take it away.
Thank you. All right. Hoping this goes a little better than the last one, but this game's even worse. So
it's going to be great, we'll I believe.
It'll be entertaining nonetheless. So I'm going to reset and get it going here, and I'll do a countdown this time that's a little better. I'll count for 5, 4, 3, 2, go. Okay, so here, this game's a little bit different in some ways. It's very similar, but it's got these subtle things. For instance, in the last game, I was trying not to jump too often. Well, in this game, I'm going to jump all the time, basically, because I'm not going to lose any frames of animation for jumping. So it's pretty nice, and you kind of have to, because if you notice, there's just a lot of enemies in this game. Like, the amount of guys on the screen is kind of astronomical. I don't know how they're able to pull it off, actually, without making the game a complete lag fest. All right, so here, something a little different about this. You're noticing I'm grabbing the F gun. In the first game, that would be like a sin. You don't want the F gun, but in this game, it's on point. It's so strong. You can charge it by holding down B and get these big blasts that just toast enemies so fast. And I'm going to use it for the most of the run, except for a couple spots where I will switch to the spread gun. All right, so we got this helicopter flying in, and I have to shoot these turrets. Shooting to the right just in case any guys show up. And we just have to shoot the core, and it's done. Super quick and easy. All right, so the first Contra alternates between like side-scrolling and then those base stages that are kind of like a pseudo 3D view. Well, this game's got these overhead levels. This is maybe my least favorite level in the game to speedrun, because I feel like I always get killed here, but I'm really just hoping that doesn't happen. So you grab this M gun, but that's just a product of shooting that enemy. It has nothing to do with the running route. So I get the F gun back right here anyway. So this is tough because you have to position the screen in a way that stops you from dying. And I'm going to do that right here after I kill this tank by moving backwards a certain amount. And I don't know if I did it right, so I might die anyway. Okay, we're looking good now. That was a little scary for a second there. Oh, this is so nerve-wracking. I hate this level. All right. Okay, good. That was stressful. All right. We got through a little bit of a bottleneck there, but I think it's okay. We'll see. Got almost to the boss now. Just got to get past this last... Oh, no! Damn. Okay, so I did not get the screen positioned exactly where I needed it to not die, so that's a shame. I'm going to do this boss a little differently. Man, this is such a bummer. I was really hoping I could step it up a little more in this game since Contra didn't go as well as I would like. But it is what it is. We killed the boss. Third stage is side-scrolling again. It's called the Jungle, I believe, which is the name of the first stage in the last game. This one's a lot harder. There's a lot more enemies. Man, losing the F gun, that's brutal. This is going to be tough, but we'll get through it. I can make it work.
I believe.
I can get the F gun back to you for the boss. There's a lot of reasons you want to have the F gun. Obviously, it's the best weapon in the game. It's the strongest, but also there's some cool tricks you can do later too in the run, and I would love to have a chance to showcase it, but that's just not going to be the case if I don't. We'll see. It might be able to try to showcase it. There's a frame perfect glitch on level 4 that you can do with it, and it's really cool. You can pull it off. Okay, I got greedy there, and I got lucky that I didn't die. That was great. So that mortar thing, I kind of jumped in before it was dead and kept shooting and hoped it would die, and it did. Yeah, I'm getting.
If it helps, there's a bunch of people in chat that are saying Metal Gear.
Yeah, I can see why. It's pretty similar vibes. Okay, so this is going to seem a little counterintuitive, but I'm going to turn back and shoot those guys because It's actually faster to turn back and shoot them, because if you leave them on the screen, they cause this whole lag train right here. There's just so many sprites. That's the one place where the game does end up lagging a lot. Normally, you dispatch it much more easily with the spread gun. All right, this is Babaloo, the mechanical spider boss. I'm just going to stand in this magic spot. Duck. Stand back up and shoot. Again, should be a 2-cycle kill right here. And then, because of that, I'm at the front of the screen, and now all this falling stuff doesn't matter. I just bypass this whole annoying section, and it's no longer a problem. So, I'm on Easy Street. Right here, I'm going to try to get this F gun. Perfect. We're back in business. Already going way better than the Contra run, even though I died. This boss will be a little slow without the R stacked on it.
That appears to be a building.
Yeah, it looks like a giant modem or something. I don't know. It's weird.
Kinda, yeah. Yeah.
So I killed the modem, and now this is where things get interesting. They're going to release the bubbles, and that doesn't sound bad, but it's the worst thing imaginable in a Contra game. The bubbles are the worst enemy by a long shot. So let's see if I get through. This is pure luck. If I don't die, it's just luck. It has nothing to do with skill. Wow, we got through. That's crazy.
Let's go.
I can't explain how annoying that is in the run when you're trying to get a PB. Oh, and then I died to the barrels. Great.
Oh, no.
Well, so that's a shame for one reason in particular. There's a frame-perfect trick in this game called the elevator glitch, and you have to have the fire gun to do it. And now that I don't have it, I can't try it. It won't even work.
Oh, no.
But you could shoot that capsule right there on a 1/60th of a second frame with the F gun, and it might make the elevator rise up faster, and you save 12 seconds. And if you don't get that one, there's another spot later where there's another elevator that you hop on. I'll explain more about it when we get there, because you notice this elevator has a fixed rate of movement, right? But when you first land on the elevator, watch how it moves. It'll actually rise up pretty quickly. I'll point it out to you here in a second, but what you do is if you shoot an enemy on the perfect frame, it locks in on that faster animation movement. So watch it here. See how the screen rose up before the elevator locked in? It was moving kind of fast, right? So you can fix that speed. But, you can't showcase it without the F gun. So you can just imagine that it happened, that I shot up the screen and it was magnificent.
I am picturing the elevator glitch in my mind.
Thank you. That's all you can do. That's all I can ask, All right, so now we get the spread gun, back to the classic Contra weapon here. And I'm going to use this to just kind of keep the screen clear of all these bubbles and these orange angel guys that are going to jump out at us here in a second. There they are. Like Power Rangers wings or something, I don't know. Not much to this stage other than trying to hit the elevator glitch and not die. But the boss fight is pretty spectacular looking, and we'll see if I can pull it off. It can be pretty treacherous. It's called a laser chandelier, and you'll definitely understand why that's what it's named in just a moment here. All right, so I'm going to get my mash going here, and I got to time some perfect jumps and some movement here to make this boss die quickly. That was pretty good. It could have been better. I could have killed it while it was still in the center of the screen, but I'll take it.
Still pretty good.
Yeah, so this stage is kind of like Super C's equivalent to the waterfall stage from the first Contra. It's a vertical scroller for part of it, and then you climb back down. But yeah, this is pretty tricky, so I'm not going to chat as much while I'm doing this stage. I'm going to try to focus a bit, so bear with me. Sorry for the crickets. Ooh, that was
no worries.
Really bad. Okay.
That does give me time to jump in and remind everybody that if you want to catch up on past Hotfix shows, special events, and GDQ marathons, we have everything logged over on our YouTube, youtube.com/gamesdonequick. If you're watching this run on YouTube, hello from the past. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay up with everything related to GDQ.
Well, I was trying to play it safe and I still died, but that was pretty awesome. I lost the spread gun, which is rough, but I might be able to get it back on the next stage. So this is fine. I can still beat this boss. Is not hard without the spread gun. It's a little bit trickier, but I can still do this. We're going low percent strats once again. It's just how it is with Contra in a
Let's go.
live setting. The game's not very polite. There it is.
I mean, I've heard that Contra is like really, really hard. So
yeah, they're pretty tough. I would say Super C, from a casual perspective and from learning the speedrun perspective, is like, if you were to compare it to the first Contra, I think Super C is harder to learn, harder to beat. All right, so it's level 6. I have an opportunity to get the spread gun back here. We'll see what happens. There are these things on the ground that appear and just kill you. In the speedrun, we just walk straight and we like spray and pray and we hope we don't die. So that's what I'm going to kind of do here. I'm going to dodge that one actually quite good. But we just try to walk and hope they don't kill you. There's no way to know what pattern you're going to get from these mouths on the ground. They just appear and they just wreak havoc on you. And they're so
terrifying, by the way.
Yeah. Yes, very much. This is the spread gun right here. Okay, that's okay. I don't mind dying as long as I pick it up. Okay, whew, that was scary. All right, we're back in business.
GG.
Thank you. All right, this boss is really easy, so this should be fine. All right, so you kill that weird kind of Cerberus-looking pile of heads there, and then you stand right under this little spot on this crevasse, and this figurehead's about to come out, and just gonna blast them. Just gonna dive. Just gonna mash as fast as I can.
Just Danny DeVito.
Yeah, Danny's dead.
Start blasting.
All right.
Wow,
so,
that's an easy fight.
yeah, it's the easiest boss in the whole game. You just have to get there with the spread gun. Okay, this stage is a descent. I'm gonna go vertically, not vertically, but rather down. We're gonna tunnel our way through some alien eggs. It's gonna be very Geiger. I'm gonna move slightly left and move back right to get the R on top of the S to make it shoot faster. And I gotta mash a lot right now. This is all mashing. This is exhausting. And it's pretty much the whole stage is just mashing with the spread gun. So let's see how it goes.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
This is why we have turbo.
Yeah, right. Our leaderboards don't allow turbo on these games. And I think we should make a turbo category personally, just so people can...
Yeah, I mean, splitting the leaderboard for turbo is that just makes good sense.
Just polite, you know?
It's polite. Exactly, it's polite.
This is going... I was about to say it's going well, and then I don't. Learn my lesson. Don't say that. I'm going to take a death. Oh, no, actually, I'm going to game over. Shoot. I shouldn't have done that. I needed to look at my lives, because...
Oh, no.
That's okay. We can get through this again. But I got to do the whole stage again, so buckle in. This is going to be without the spread gun.
Oh, that's... Ooh. Playing by OG Doom rules.
Yeah.
You die, you start over with nothing.
Yeah, it's brutal. Really wish I wouldn't have taken that death. If there was a death I would not want to take, it's that one. But it is what it is. Okay, so this is going pretty well, though, so hopefully we can maintain it. This is going to be exhausting now. Without the spread gun.
That is the angriest orange tree I've ever seen.
Yes.
It's just shooting its oranges at you.
Yes. Tropicana. All right. When I get to the bottom of these eggs, there is another spread gun I can grab here, so hopefully I can keep it. Man, my arm is dying right now. All right, here we go. Spread gun back in our grips.
Let's go.
And it's gone, just like that. I got a bad pattern. That was hard to recover from.
Man.
And I game overed again. I might game over. I just game over. All right. One last try. Not a full game over.
We can do this.
Yeah. This
Chat, we need your energy.
Please.
We need your enthusiasm. We need your pray emotes if you've got them.
Please give me all of your prayers. Everything.
Because Super C must be super beat in.
Oh, I'm so nervous now. I felt fine.
You're gonna do it. Take out the angry orange trees.
All I care about is
the stage is so good, we get to see it more than once.
Yeah, we love it, right? Everybody wants to keep seeing this part before I tunnel through these eggs. It's so exciting. I'm just not even mashing anymore. My arm's dead, so I'm just gonna.
You got this. You got this.
Okay,
I believe.
Spread gun. Get it back. No bad patterns, please. Better pattern. I can live with this.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
It got me again there. I can't believe it.
No.
Oh, I'm nervous.
It just jumped out like out of nowhere. That was unfortunate.
Okay, this is bad. I might fully game over Super C at this point.
Let's hope not, but
yeah, I really hope not. I don't want to have poor showcasing of both games in this event, but it might be the case. Oh, I can't believe I didn't die right there. That was crazy. Okay, we got the boss. Well, I hope that was at least entertaining. We're at the last.
I was on the edge of my seat.
My heart's kind of racing. This is the last stage.
You got this, man. You got this.
This is the last stage. We got to make it count. I got to think. It's like there's like normally a death abuse here. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to grab this F gun.
This looks to be like some kind of tunnel. Would you say that this is a carpal tunnel?
I think it is. And I'm sorry. I game overed all the way. I cannot finish this game tonight. I apologize. I thought I had it after I got the S gun back, but
it happens. Honestly, like I DNF'd a run on RNG last year, so it happens, but it's all good. Like you gave it an honest shot, and honestly, Contra's hard. Like, from what I've seen, this run does not look like it's easy because those things just jump out of nowhere at you.
It's not.
It was still a great showcase. I had fun watching, regardless if you're able to finish it or not. But give some shout outs. Tell people where they can find you, and tell them where they can go to see a finished run when you get back to it and you want to showcase that on your own channel.
Yeah, I'm Angry Lanks on Twitch, just like I am on YouTube and any other social media. Lately, I've been streaming Metroid, not Contra, but I do stream or play Contra for fun from time to time just to see if I can still do the whole speedrunning thing with it. But yeah, that's about it. I don't have a set schedule. I'm pretty random. So if you do follow me, you'll see me when you see me. But that's about it.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for showing it off. It was still a ton of fun, so don't beat yourself up, and certainly don't apologize for the game. Welcome back to Crosshair here on the GDQ Hotfix. We just saw Angry Lanks crush Contra, and then Super C decided to show off on him, and that was unfortunate, but it was still a great showcase. Had a lot of fun watching that one. But we're now bringing in new runners, and we've got Contra 3, the Alien Wars, up next, and to showcase that, Jackio has joined us. So Jackio, take it away.
Hey guys, Clover, how are you doing? Did you slang
good?
That was Contra being Contra.
Contra being
Super
Contra,
C claimed another victim.
Yeah, actually, on practice, I game over once playing this.
Oh boy, man! I tell you, this series is hard.
Yeah. So join me today is Toso in the comments because I will be trying to focus on this game. So also English is not my first language, so. She will be commenting. Yeah, and very excited to participate on this. It's my first time also. So.
Ooh, we got a new hotfix newbie. Nice. That's always fun.
So we will be playing Contra 3 in any percent hard. I'm third on the leaderboard on this one. I'm the world record holder of a number of other categories. And yeah, that's me. I like Contra 3.
Nice. Well, we are ready to get this going whenever you are.
Yeah. So the timer starts when we gain control on the character, and that's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now.
Good luck.
All right, folks. So we've got Contra 3 here, our next installment of Contra, the Alien Wars, where Bill Reiser and Lance Bean are tasked once again to save the world from an alien invasion. I always like to first start off and talk about how there are 3 difficulty categories for this game. You have easy, which is hard. You have normal, which is hard. And you have hard, which is very hard. And Jackio is playing hard right now. And I would also like to mention, because I think this is a very important point, on a fight stick. So Jackio is like a legend already, but in my mind, like the greatest Contra 3 player. So really excited for this run. And it's starting out great. So I will point out some subtle differences when I can about the differences between hard and the other categories. One is this barrier. You have to pick up this barrier, otherwise you have to stop to those flame jets. And we're going to be doing a strategy in this game that's called fast weapon swap. You're going to see the first amount of fast weapon swapping here. That's where Jackio holds shoot and spams weapon swap, and it allows us to get more bullets on screen and defeat our first mini boss very, very quickly. So that fast swap technique turns basically every boss in this game from a stop sign into a speed bump. Jackio has now set himself up for the rest of this run. If you look on the top left, you can see that we have the 2 weapons. For hard, we want to use 2 crushes, so that's the C weapon, 2 double crushes, and we're going into a little spot here of RNG. We hope the meatballs are good. They are good. So what Jackio is doing right now is taking right up to the front of that screen, and that allows us to beat the meatball cycle and keep going fast, of course. Small pause here before we move on to the end of the first stage. We're going with our first boss. This is Slave Beast Haka. In hard mode, there are basically 3 positions that you can line up to do this boss. Jackio, you're going to do the mid or the back here?
I'll go a bit safer here.
Okay, so we're doing
100% safe, but
it's the safer position. So what we're doing right now, holy moly, is you can see, it's okay, everything's fine. This is fine, folks. It's okay if you lose 1 crush, we can get it back. But yeah, that's the safer strategy, believe it or not, is to stand at the back of the screen and spam crush. So we're moving into our first top-down stage. This is a bunker stage. We want to start in the top left bunker. It's just the fastest way to move through these. And in hard, these bunkers are a little bit evil. They can play shy, which means that you actually have to turn around backwards. See, that's what Jackio is doing right now to get them to open. But then we have these enemies that are RNG in our way. So Jackio is trying to turn, manipulate, and get those bunkers to open. To get them down, you have to defeat all 5 bunkers in order to spawn the boss of this level, and we're moving diagonally to move faster. That is the last bunker. There's so much happening, and really we got the C back. This is great. Okay, we gotta go fast. So for this boss, Jackio's turning 180 degrees, backing up a few feet, and then before you can say multi-cannon sweeping machine boss go spider, the boss is down. That is the end of stage 2. So now we get to like relax for about 15 seconds. The start of 3. So 3, the beginning of this stage is like one of the only parts in Contra 3 that isn't RNG based. So we know where the enemies are going to be. And the one thing I didn't even get to mention, because this game goes by so fast. So in hard, the bullets shoot, they move the fastest. So that's the one thing that Jackio is really having to be a little extra fussy for. So the non-RNG part is about to end. We're entering back to RNG. These are, I like to call these the body snatchers or mosquitoes. They'll pick you up and slow you down. And if they take you off screen, you actually die. So if you get picked up by them, you kind of want to just shoot them down, hope for the best. We're on to the next mini boss. This is the Tri-Transforming Wall Walker. Again, we're just spamming those crushes to get the mini boss down, and that's the first phase done. So if Jackio had lost a crush, that cash that's flying off from right to left right there, that was a backup crush if we needed it. And now the second phase of the Tri-Transforming Wall Walker is an auto-scroller. So again, a little bit of a breather here. What Jackio is doing is lining himself right up to the top claw there, and we're waiting for the bullets to go off screen before he starts walking up again. And really what we're doing here is we're trying to reduce some lag, because those rockets create lag, and so we want them off the screen as fast as possible. And anyone can do this strategy. It's actually the easiest way to do it is to just line yourself up, wait for the shoot, and then keep moving forward until, you know, safety. We're waiting for the second phase now. So I call this the pokey phase. This boss can play shy. Again, this is a big RNG killer in the run. So we need it to open its red eye. And, okay. I'm stressed out even watching this. Okay, this isn't so bad. It's playing shy. Like, this isn't a pattern that you would want in the speed run, but we survived and we're happy. So we're doing some little quick hops here. This is where the game kind of just turns into a boss rush. We're going to go straight from a mini boss into another mini boss. This is Floating Bird's Nest Garth Base. There's some like legendary names in this fight. Pretty easy mini boss fight. We're just going to wait for it to shoot a bunch of rockets. Jackio's going to line himself up. And then the best thing to do is get a 1 cycle, which is kill it before it moves.
Yes.
And I would say that was a 1.5. It's like a 2. Jackio's going to pick up the barrier because this is Contra and we want to be safe. So we're picking up this barrier to get through this next section, and we're about to do a little bit of a climb. Nothing like you see in Contra or Super C, but a little bit of a climb. And gets the fast skip. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. That saves you like 1 second right there. So we're doing a climb to the boss of stage 3, which is Robo Big Fuzz. Robo Big Fuzz is guarded by 2 brother robots, Bob 1 and Bob 2. And so Jackio is just going to hope for a good pattern. I mean, just think happy thoughts, folks. Because we don't want that's okay. If you're going to stand right there, I'm scared.
Come on.
Okay. Why do you do this to me? Okay, so
Super scared. They can get you like that.
This is the easy part now. Jackio has Double Crush. Double Crush is like necessary for this boss. If you don't have Double Crush for this boss, it turns from a speed run to a speed walk. All you have to do here is spam down, weapon swapping with your crushes, then spam up, and the boss is down. So then it's like amazing. Really good job there, GG. This is no, I'm not even. I thought it already, but I'm not even going to say it. Everything's great.
No commentator's curse here.
I'm really good at that. So we're into stage 4 now. These enemies right now that are flying on top of the screen are called Psychocyclists, which I think is an interesting name. And basically, Jackio is just going to dodge the bombs that they're throwing. If you need to farm lives, like in casual play, these enemies give you lots of points. So taking them down actually gives you quite a few lives. So next up, we're going to have 3 flying robots. So we gotta take out these 3 robots, and then Jackio is going to aim to the right for the tank. Oh, okay, they're done. And one of the neat things with this level, this is now a little auto-scroller, but right above us right now, this is Anti-Contra Battleship Rodriguez. This is actually the boss of stage 4, and I think it's really, really neat that you get to see it before fighting it. But it's also a little bit of RNG heck is about to come up right now. So this next part, the ship is going to stop and a robot in black armor is going to jump out. We're going to hope for a good pattern. We want that robot in black armor to jump up and down. Oh, it did, but we missed. That's okay. This happens all the time for this section. The robot in black armor is a little bit of a beast, so it'll run around, and until it's destroyed, you can't progress the auto scroll.
So
that's okay. We have an opportunity to regain a crush, so I want everyone to think of, the best RNG luck ever, and hopefully after this next mini boss, we will get some good RNG and be able to reclaim our crush. I believe. Yeah, believe. The next little mini boss, I like to call this one's legs. I think this is the only one I don't know the name of because I just prefer to call it legs, but it's just a little bit of timing and accurate shooting, and it goes down. So from the right. Yes. Okay, so if that cache comes from the right, it's a crush, and if it comes from the left, it's a spread, so you want it to come from the right. Rocket Ninjas is coming up left next. Look at it. Here it comes. There it goes. Bye, mini boss.
Nice.
So we have really strong hands. This is, I would say, I think this boss is the biggest run killer of the entire game. This boss is particularly more difficult on hard because of how the rockets line up. But basically, we have to kill these 2 shield barriers on the top and the bottom. Once those are broken, the shield drops down to reveal the boss's weak spot. So the boss's weak spot is open now. Jackio has to get those rockets. Meanwhile, jumping off the rockets before they explode and avoiding all of the damage. That was really good for a marathon kill, Jackio. Amazing job.
You can go even aggressive and sacrifice a life there and gambling everything on a drop on the next stage, but play that it's safe.
That fight had very Cuphead vibes to me.
Yeah.
Felt a little bit like a Cuphead fight.
It's really funny because I think Jackio does some art and has reanimated that particular part with Cuphead art.
Actually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah. So this is stage 5. This is another bunker stage. Again, we have to take out these bunkers. They're a lot friendlier. And we're going to go for a death skip. Or are you not doing the death skip? Okay, no death skip. And that's because this bunker here only has a
Of
like,
course.
oh, of course it does. It has a very small chance of dropping that crush, which is what you want, but you don't want to gamble to take the death, not have the double crush, because you kind of really want the double crush on this boss to defeat it. So that was a purposeful death Jackie-O took there. And got our crush back immediately. So that was incredible. So by doing that purposeful death, you're able to kill the Corpubellum very, very quickly. And like this game, again, folks, blink and you miss it. We are already in stage 6. This is the last stage of Contra 3. Jackie-O is flying through this game. So stage 6, it starts off with a gauntlet. This gauntlet is RNG. Jackie-O is going to carefully place his crush explosions in places where the enemies might be and then hope for the best is what we're going to do here. So happy thoughts as we go through this section. There's really not much to say here other than, oh, that one. It's always that one.
Unfortunate.
But that's okay. What you kind of just have to get through this, which is why Jackie-O is blowing the bomb there. But we also have another opportunity to regain a crush before the final boss. So this isn't over, to say the least. So here we've got the heart. Really all you do is run up to it and then mash button swap. Goes down really quickly. We have another 2 more mini bosses before the final boss. This is Kimco. You might have seen this boss earlier in the stream. This is another pretty easy boss. You basically just want to line up, drop in front of its face and spam like crazy.
Nice.
Don't die on your C. Yep, okay. Yeah. So here we pick it up. There's the C. Awesome. I like to call this next mini boss Ridley. It's the metal alien, also known as the gargoyle. We want to defeat this enemy as close, very excellent job, to the bottom as possible, because as soon as that enemy drops off the screen starts to scroll up. So that saves time. And you know this boss, this is the legendary boss of Contra. We've got Emperor Gava right here. Jackie-O is trying to avoid the eyes, hit the weak spot on the brain. I'm going to hold my breath while the little alien arm pokes out. Phase 1 is down. The next phase, we have the brain phase. There's going to be a bunch of orbs spinning around the brain. In hard, the fastest you can do this is in 4 cycles, which means you destroy an orb, do damage to the boss, and rinse repeat. Jackie-O is going to try to hit 3 red brains followed by a stone. That is the fastest pattern. Jackie-O is the best at picking the orbs that I've ever seen. No one can select orbs like Jackie-O. I will just say that. So what happens with these phases is after each brain phase, the boss's health halves. Oh, that was scary. Really impressive. Okay, so two phases down. We're gonna go for 1 more brain. Again, is the quickest cycle. I'm not even gonna tell you what the other ones do because we're not gonna see them. But you don't want them. So really excellent job. Really nice kill here. We're just mashing that weapon spam. Now Jackie-O's going to go for a stone and then line up the hitbox and line down in front of the brain and lie down. So we're going to hope we get to see that. So perfect, really amazing job. So Jackie-O lies down here. When we're in this lie down position, the hitbox is actually only in the shoulder of the bro. And so the rocks just slap over top of you and you can spam like a wild beast. Okay, nice. Amazing. So this is hard. So you would think the game is over. It is not over. There is 1 more phase of the brain where it shields up and attacks us 1 last time. So we're waiting for the chopper to come down and grab us. And then we're going to fight our way to glory. And I really don't want to jinx you, but you can't go wrong now. This was an incredible run, Jackie-O. Like this is, you couldn't have asked for a better marathon run. You've slayed
really
it right now.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. Okay, so this thing is just going to launch its arms at you, and Jackie-O's basically going to point down and blast it away. And it's going to swing at you. And, oh, really nice pattern. Amazing pattern. It didn't even swing once. So time is going to be when Jackie-O loses control of the character. You can say that. You can have the glory.
When it turns... No. Time.
That's it.
Hey,
wow.
15, nice. That's
incredible run.
That was awesome.
Thank you.
So fast.
Yeah, this game, when you have the correct weapons, you fly. Yeah, that's very satisfying too.
But yeah, give all the shout outs that you want. Take your time to, shout everybody out and tell people where they can find you on the internet.
Yeah, I'm Jackox on Twitch. Please follow Tussle, that also streams. She's a Contra III runner as well. And check out the Contra Discord. It's a very nice community if you want to learn any of these games.
Yeah, we have a community Discord for all of the games. So if you join Contra Discord, you have access to every single Contra game that's out there. The community is amazing, really super supportive of each other. It's almost like a second family. So definitely check it out if you're interested in any of the Contra games, for sure.
Definitely. Well, thank you both for being here, and congratulations on the world record. Not the run exactly, but Tozzle, I think, set a new world record for fewest breaths taken during commentary. GG's on the world record, Tozzle. You did fantastic.
Thank you. Well, Contra 3 was my first love and my first speed game, just like Jackio. So I'm so grateful to be here. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. It was a pleasure having you both. This run was super fun to watch, so that was awesome. But yeah, folks, we're going to take another quick break. I feel like we've been doing nothing but taking breaks all run, but that's just because these runs are so fast and you move through them so quickly. But we're going to... Welcome back to Crosshair here on the GDQ Hotfix. Folks, we are on run 4 of 6 of our biggest Crosshair show yet. Coming up next, we have got... What even is this game that we're running? It's Contra. It's like what even is it? It's Contra Hard Corp, right? And we've got Zekir here to show it for us. So Zekir, take it away.
Hey there, folks. Zekir here, and this is Contra Hard Corp for the Sega Genesis. This is basically the cousin game to Contra 3 on the Genesis instead of the SNES. What we'll be doing the lab fight route with Brownie. Brownie is basically the easy mode character for the game. It's like there isn't really a difficulty setting in this game besides the characters you pick. Brownie is basically a very user-friendly character, and there'll be 2 branching paths in the game. We will be picking basically the golden ending of the game. So time will start shortly after the first level begins. I'll call it in. We're tracking down a hacker, and time will begin after we do a sick kickflip out of this car. 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Thank you. Okay, so there isn't a whole lot of move and tech. You just gotta basically not die a whole lot. Now the world record. The world record tends not to get the D weapon, but I found in my practice runs that it pays its dues a lot more than the world record runner would. The world record runs would think they would. So normally I get the A weapon, but we kind of. Right. Now we got the bosses are pretty standard, not too bad. As long as you're holding down the fire button, they aren't too nasty. We got a bomb earlier. We are going to be saving as much bombs as we can for one of the bosses on the penultimate level, who is very tenacious and kind of a run killer. But most of the runs on the world record use bombs throughout the game. But I'm going to try and save them just to make the boss in that level less of a headache. All right, this is going to be a flashing light warning. This dude is going to come fight us, and his entire body flashes when he gets damaged. And just kind of warning that.
Thank you for that.
No problem.
Oh, you weren't kidding.
Yeah. It's a funny thing. I played this game. This game is like a formative part of my childhood, which probably explains how interesting my attitudes towards hard games are. So I basically, played this as a kid a lot, and I know a whole lot of patterns. Like I know basically where to stand, looking at the buildings in the background for where this boss is. So we're good. So yeah, that boss taken out. We got one of the linchpins for Brownie's arsenal, the electromagnetic yo-yo. It will shred bosses if you spam the fire button. And we're going to get our first boss here, the manned-unmanned robot. Somebody's inside that thing. So one of the key differences between the the US version and the Japanese version of Contra Hard Corp is in the Japanese version, you could take 3 hits before you die. You don't have that luxury in the Western version, which is pretty rough at some points. All right, here's the first branching path. We're either chasing after Deadeye Joe or rescuing the research center. We're going to be rescuing the research center because Deadeye Joe is a distraction. We're on to round 2. Heading to the research center. And this is pretty simple. If you want to say anything, there's pretty much autopilot for a bit. So you feel free to say some things while I'm just kind of doing this.
The announcer part of my hosting loves an auto scroller. We love that around here. Yeah, folks, one of our wonderful communities here at Games Done Quick is Black in a Flash. It's a community that uplifts and connects Black speedrunners of all levels, hosting special events throughout the year to raise money for charity and celebrate Black voices in the speedrunning scene. You can learn more or apply to get involved at gdq.gg/BAF. And follow at blackinaflash.bsky.social on Blue Sky for the latest updates with everything Black in a Flash.
All right, after that, we got this guy's a little tricky. He flings his yo-yo around, and we just gotta catch him. All right, he's back for more. It's kind of a callback to that flying cyber ninja from Contra 3 last run, so... Yeah, there are some cross-pollination between this and Contra 3, which is always interesting to notice, because I never played Contra 3 growing up, so it's fun saying, like, wait, that's in hardcore. Making our way down to the research center, landing gracefully, and nice.
You can definitely see the graphical evolution. Like, this definitely looks like a Genesis game versus the SNES ones.
Mm-hmm. So it's really it kind of also feels like a sister game to Gunstar Heroes. I don't know if the same people, if similar people worked on it, but like there are a lot of like motifs or like using like multiple moving sprites together to like simulate more complex movement, and it's cool seeing like the like similarities with those games too. Give me that. Nope. that A weapon's gonna elude me all game, I swear. Okay, for this boss, he's going to be building a bunch of figurines with his cubes of trash, and we're just gonna scold him for it.
Wow. Flashing lights again.
Oh yeah, flashing light wiring. Sorry about that.
You can see this guy's skeleton.
Yeah. And taken out. Now, a lot of the use of the electromagnet yo-yo in the world record run, I noticed, like has a much less frantic trajectory. I've never really figured out what that is. I don't know if that's like luck or if there's like some kind of like manipulation with the directions, but it is interesting. Anyway, we found out that the person causing the uproar in the first level was a hacker. We're going to track him down. He's in the junkyard. Gotta deal with some bikers. Lay some tripwire. Okay, just slide through these guys. I always thought that you had to destroy that armed car to get past, but turns out you can just jump over it. So that's always fun. Learn new things about this run. All right. Oops. Okay, now this boss, you can get behind him. Only his spiky bits cause damage, and he doesn't aim towards you when you yeah, as long as you jump over him, he will not, or slide to the left to avoid. Oh, those turrets can get a little nasty. All right, we've reached that creep, Neumann Cascade. He's going to take us to the virtual world. Now, if you've played Cuphead, speaking of Cuphead in the last run, this fight is is referenced a whole lot in Cuphead. The Zeppelin fight, where they transform into Taurus, Sagittarius, and Gemini. so too will this boss. Pretty easy. The yo-yo makes short work of them. Here is one of the main RNG problems of the run. Gemini will sometimes charge towards you, and there's not a whole lot you can do about that except hope you don't get hit. And he... Oh!
Ugh.
Okay, we're going to take out Goofus and Gallant here. Yeah, after that initial dive, it's pretty tame as long as you... Whoa! Get my yo-yo back. Okay, now for the second half of the fight, he goes cubes. So I've been trying to learn the low percent run of this game, where you just don't pick up any weapons and you just use the default machine gun. Brownie is one of the easier characters in this game because of his height and jump. His height means he avoids a lot of things, but because of his height, he cannot... he has to jump to hit the boss. So during this phase, you basically have to... You have way less opportunities to actually hit the target because of your height, and that he winds up becoming more... The height becomes more of a liability than an advantage, which is very interesting given how much easier Brownie's like proportions are for the run otherwise. Okay, and Neumann is taken out. That's stage 3 done.
Nice.
Yes. All right. We find out that Colonel Bahamut, who might show up in a later run, mum's the word, who started the whole rebellion for the alien war for the alien cell, which we're trying to recover, by the way. The alien cell is a cell of I think the alien from the alien war in Contra 3. So we're trying to... His base is in the jungle, and we are heading down into the jungle. All right. Take out these dragonflies. All right. Yeah. So unlike a lot of Contra games up until hardcore, this is mostly like a boss rush. There are some fighter enemies, but for the most part, it's kind of like Gunstar Heroes, where it's just like mostly just mini bosses in between, or mini bosses rather than like too many like standard levels, which it's kind of cool. Oh, sometimes that guy will turn red more than once. Woo. All right, we're on the back of the Esperanto. This is most of the runs use the yo-yo for these enemies, but I like to use the D weapon just because it's really satisfying, and it's also what I used to do as a kid. And just like it doesn't really change too much. Okay, now do not fire upon the Bronto's nose, otherwise he will fire his deadly laser shot. No! Oh my gosh. So if anyone's played the Contra collab of Vampire Survivors, this is one of the enemies that shows up, and it was really fun whenever I was playing that expansion, seeing what enemies I recognize from this game, and there are a few of them. It's kind of cool seeing them show up. This guy is sort of random. Some attacks that he does are worse to deal with than others. Like a lot of games where you die in one hit, enemies just flailing around all willy-nilly is more dangerous than enemies acting cool, which is kind of wild. Okay, so his buddy comes in. This is one of the first part, well, not this part, but like in a bit. So again, we have to avoid him. Get that yo-yo action. Okay, now normally the run will use a bomb to just take out this phase, but like I said, I'm trying to save bombs for a later level, and that's not too hard anyway, so. All right. Taken care of, taking out these flowers. Bust open the door to the next boss of the game. Since we didn't chase after Deadeye Joe, he's come to bother us throughout the rest of these routes. This is a boss I like to call 7 Farce. For people who played Gunstar Heroes, 7 Force is a boss where you fought in horizontal and vertical corridors. And nice. This guy sort of does that, but in a much less interesting way. Okay, if you have any more updates, you're free to do that. We are going to be waiting for about a minute and a half until the next phase starts.
Oh, he's just going to crawl at you for a minute and a half?
Yes, this pulse-pounding action of waiting.
Of slowly dragging his corpse toward you. Yeah, well, folks, if you are curious what's coming up on Hotfix, we know we had kind of a weird schedule this week because of the holiday. So that was very much a noise you just made.
Sorry.
So, like, our regular schedule is definitely been thrown out of whack this week. Express Lane and Hidden Heroes are tomorrow, even though they're normally on Tuesdays. So if you want to see what's going on with the schedule, you can head on over to the full season lineup at gdq.gg/hotfix, or you can type !schedule in chat, and that will show you what's coming up this week.
All right. Oh, perfect timing. Yep. that phase, which we cannot affect, by the way, besides like him bouncing around. So we just wait for this, and the second phase will begin shortly, and we will show him why that's a bad idea. If nothing else, this phase of the fight is kind of interesting. That like it's never set what direction he'll fire the laser in, so it's something you got to keep an eye out for. And we have a much shorter intermission between phases this time. But since Joe is piloting the mech, he will be firing missiles at us. Normally it only fires in the next part of this intermission, but he decides to be a little more of a nuisance earlier. Okay. This is also a fight where Brownie really comes in handy because a lot of the boss's attacks are changed based on the recoil of your weapon, and Brownie is either able to kill the boss quickly or have a weapon with less recoil. Where we'll be seeing the B weapon shine in this next phase, because the boss is especially affected by your weapon's recoil in this, and the B weapon has probably the smallest level of recoil of the weapons and like across all the characters, and this part's kind of a nightmare. It'll also teach you that the slide mechanic exists for the taller characters. Big sweat. Sorry, flashing. I gotta refresh. All right, we're up to the second branching point of the narrative, where we'll be fighting to the end. And it's a trap. I can't believe the Doctor has betrayed us. Which, if you played the PAL version, this betrayal is edited out. Because, yeah. No evil doctors. No wily doctors.
No, none. Okay. Never. No, none.
All right. Now this is one of the coolest fights in concept, where the Doctor takes Dr. Geo Mandrake. He takes all the enemies from the previous level and combines them into horrendous experiments. Seth Brendel, he ain't. Cool. Oh yeah. And luckily the yo-yo is very good at taking them all out. Also, besides the high-octane gaming, the soundtrack is absolutely the highlight of this game. Just very powerful music, especially from '94. Like that's in the wake of Painkiller, I guess. Judas Priest shoutouts. Okay, yes. I wanted to keep that guy alive just in case he gave us some extra bombs, and we got extra bombs. Oh, yeah.
Wow, that was.
Oh yeah,
fast.
Yeah. The yo-yo makes so many of these bosses a joke. Like, I actually, for anyone familiar with the Speedruns marathons, I actually submitted this for this one, and I figured this was a pretty good, like, user-friendly run for someone who's not familiar with a game like Contra, just because, like because of Brownie's arsenal, he makes short work of so many things. But oh yeah, the machine went haywire and made Walter Cronkite, and then ate Professor Mandrake, and is taking his rage out on us. Gonna take him out. And luckily, normally you have to deal with with non-piercing weapons. This boss is kind of a pain, but we have piercing weapons, and that's the way it was.
Nice, well done.
Okay. Yeah, This is the only route that gets an extra mission briefing before the final stretch of levels. We're going to be taking a boat to the main base of Bahamut and taking out a few robots on the way there. Really nice use of the shifting perspective to see where each boss is in the level. No, That guy can be a little tenacious if you let him attack, but most of the nice thing about Contra games is as long as you hold the fire button, you won't see things attack. Okay, here is one of the trickier enemies. It's a dolphin, and his pattern is semi-random. You'll either do long hops or short hops, or reset his position like that. Oh, watch out! Oh. Got him.
Very nice.
All right. And now for probably one of the best fights of the game. We will fight all three robots. Flashing light warning for some of the brief bits, where each of the robots will combine into different forms. Whoa. First one is the sprinter robot. Yeah, that'll happen a few more times, so just have the flashing light warning ready.
Gotcha.
Yeah, now, because of... Okay, now, so we want the boss to do less long patterns, but this guy, like, some attacks will take forever, some won't. This one is, like, kind of guaranteed to happen for the most part. Just gotta... Oh. Okay, that's one form down. Next flashing white warning. Yeah, you don't want to get too close to them, because I found out in practice runs that they do have a slightly extended hitbox if you're not careful, and you will... Oh, that was an extremely kind phase 2. Normally it'll do a lot of things that are very hard to mitigate, but luckily they didn't. This one, yeah, third phase, the tank, sort of the same. There are a few, but luckily it's very easy to hit. Oh!
Ooh.
Definitely the most demanding of the reflexes, but we got him. All right.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to every boss having their own unique method of exploding. Like, that's very good. All right, we're on the penultimate level. Gonna get us a bomb. Cut our way through some more soldiers. Get away. Now we're going to fight the silliest boss in the game. A bunch of soldiers doing silly formations. First one, ring.
And ring down.
Formation 2, line.
Line up.
Yes. And formation 3, pyramid. Okay. Time for the run killer, Colonel Bahamut. All right, this is one more small path. We can always just join him and get the bad ending, but we refuse because we're stubborn buffoons. Oh, okay. I'm just gonna use all my very unpredictable jumping patterns, but he will not jump to the sides unless he's about to use one of his attacks. So you can always... But yeah, he has like an absurd amount of HP, and I just wanted to mitigate the amount of hassle he would give me. So luckily 4 bombs seem to do enough. I don't know if like he's just resistant to bombs or the bombs don't hit him enough. But yeah, we are in the home stretch now. We're chasing down a missile on smaller missiles. We'll be fighting Deadeye Joe one last time in a blaze of glory. I think he gets a better showing in the lab surrender route, but this one is kind of neat. Yeah, normally, Normally, a bomb just finishes him off, but he's an easy enough boss. It's like whatever. All right. Brownie, stay here. Do his little idols. Jump on. I always wondered whether or not you can jump on them before the prompt. Yeah, jump, jump, jump. All right. We can ignore the pickups, unlike a lot of my practice runs where I got killed and lost my weapons, so that's always nice. Oh. The alien cell is running amok in the missile and just spreading into all sorts of shenanigans. Okay, get this. Oh my goodness! That yo-yo didn't know what to do. Okay, we've made our way to the top. Take out the big centipede monster, who feels like a reference to Contra III. A lot of bugs. Oh. All right, and we are on the final boss, the alien cell stuff. Quite a looker.
Yeah, I would say a very attractive boss.
Yeah. Once again, Brownie's incredibly user-friendly weapons make it easy to just destroy these arms as they come out. Okay. Now we're on the second phase. Unfortunately, there isn't a third phase to this fight, which is kind of a bummer. It's just like you're fighting David K's Megatron, and he's spitting out worms at you, and then when he turns into a heart, yeah, there we go, and that is time.
GG.
Whew. What a run. And yeah,
nice.
Yes, there are. Someone asked if there are iframes during the slide. Yes, there are iframes during the slide, and Brownie has the longest slide, so he's the safest. But yeah, good run. No major hiccups besides the beginning, which is always kind of tough. But yeah,
it seemed pretty smooth, even though you were making noises throughout the entire run, which was very entertaining, by the way.
I'm glad. But yeah, that's Contra Hard Corp lab fight with Brownie. And shout outs to the Speed Friends, shout out to Peaches, shout out to Run Button, Speed Remiser. Yeah, shout out to Contra fans. I'm glad that teaching someone to run this game led to me going to the Contra Discord and being added for this hotfix. Feels good.
Heck yeah, it was a pleasure to have you on. Tell people where they can find you on the internet.
Oh yeah, they can find me at Zykeer at basically everywhere. Twitch, Blue Sky, the Instagram I never use. But yeah, that's basically it. I speedrun games sometimes. I play other games other times, and yeah, it's pretty fun. I try to I try to diversify and this is definitely one of my favorites. I was always worried that speedrunning Contra would be a little too hard because like Fangs is really tough, but like Brownies wound up being easy. I was like, yeah, I should get in on this.
Yeah, I mean, this game looks like a tough run, but you did it like a pro. So yeah, GG's, very well done.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, even though Brownie's very good, it's basically a no death run because of like, if you lose those advantages, it's kind of tricky.
Yeah, for sure. Well, yeah, thank you again for showing it off. And folks, we are going to take another quick break. Welcome back to Crosshair. We just saw Contra Hard Corp with Zykeer. And speaking of hardcore, but up next is Hard Corp Uprising, which I'm told is a Contra game. That's what I've been told. And to showcase it off today, we've got Tempest Mask 1000 here. So Tempest Mask, take it away.
Hello, friends and fellow gamers. My name is Tempest. Some of you know me as Steve, and it is an honor to be back here on the GDQ Hotfix. This is my second time showcasing a little something. The first time, funnily enough, was on Asuka's Express Lane. So what a coincidence that now I get to be on Crosshair with Dane. And this game is a little something special for y'all. So this is Hard Corp Uprising, the spiritual / maybe official prequel to the original Contra and, of course, its namesake Hardcore, which we just saw before. And this is actually a Contra game developed by Arc System Works, and you'll see that pretty clearly considering that their graphical style is very much the same that they would use for their old Blaze Blue games as well as their pre-3D era Guilty Gear titles. So y'all are in for a treat. I am not alone. Today I will be joined by a couple of top-notch runners who were brought into this scene as much as I was by my very mentor, the world record holder for a lot of the categories. And it is for that reason that we are going to highly suggest y'all check out that speedrun.com leaderboard, because let me tell you, there's a lot of history behind this game. But Joey, Milo, introduce yourselves.
Hi there, I'm the only Joey. I mostly play the Sayuri category in this game, and overall been playing for quite a while.
Hello everyone, my name is Emilio from Mexico, and I casually play Sayuri, well, basically any character, and Hard Corp Uprising is the only game I speedrun.
And hey, maybe you'll definitely expand that web soon, but let me tell you, this guy is really good at Sayuri for sure. And so is Joey too. All right, so actually about that, I'm not going to be playing as Sayuri though. Game has 2 default characters and then 3 DLC characters, and Sayuri happens to be the Blade Master among them. So she's essentially turns a Contra game into Ninja Gaiden. But today I'm going to be showcasing Bahamut, one of the default gunner characters. I'm going to be choosing his green, I like to call the Master Chief skin. It's also going to be a little shout out to a little VTuber, a personal fave of mine who's right next to me. Shout outs to Haruka Caribou. But with that in mind, we're going to get this show on the road. This is going to be Rising mode. We'll talk a little bit about the nuances of that very soon, but for now, we're going to just jump right into the run, shall we?
Let's do it.
All right, Dane.
Let's go.
So time will officially begin once I gain control of Bahamut. So that'll be right after he jumps out of the helicopter in this first stage, which will be the desert, and each character actually has their own little pre-text screen as well. And a quick note, by the way, this game is exclusive to Xbox 360 and PS3. I'll be playing on an Xbox One. So with that, let's Contra it up, baby. And
let's do it.
I'll count down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Let's go.
All right, fellas.
Go.
Let's get a basic rundown of the gameplay, and Joey's take us away.
So we are playing the first level over here. This is Contra. We have basically Contra. We have a bunch of different type of weapons. What makes it a little bit different is that this is the Rising mode, where you have like beefed up characters with all sorts of upgrades. We're playing Bahamut, who has a slightly different set than other characters. What we will be seeing a lot in this run is the use of the laser and the use of the crash. The crash fire basically being quite important for the majority of this run, being one of the stronger ones. Basically,
They have a lot of strengths. I'm sorry. Kidding.
No, you're good. It's true.
that
This
definitely has
ga-
a lot of strengths.
There's a lot of strengths, quite literally. So Rising mode, we'll quickly talk about that, because there also is an arcade mode that you can play in this game, which has a lot more of the difficulty curve as you'd be familiar to it through any typical Contra kind of game. But Rising mode, it's more like a New Game Plus, if you will, but it's not necessarily New Game Plus either. It is very customizable and a very beginner-friendly way to play the story mode as well. Now, you're noticing, though, that I have a health system, which is very much like the Japanese version of Contra Hard Corp for the Genesis. And that is something that maintains here. You can also use Rising mode to make the game harder for you if you so choose, because you can change how much health you have, you can change how many lives you have. Obviously, the 30 lives I've got going is a nod to the Konami code. So, yeah, you know, it's the highest amount of lives that I can set for myself off the gate. And, yeah, not much else to it. I mean, we're pretty much smashing through things. I'm going to be having constant level 3 guns because guns can rank up and stack up within upgrades. And 1, 2, 3, dash, dash. There we go. Joey, explain
Great.
what just happened.
Sorry, I was just a little bit confused there. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I'm currently not watching. Watching with stream delay, so everything is a little bit weird there.
Ah, I got you.
It's okay. It's okay. What happened
dang.
was he used a triple jump and a dash to stay behind the boss, so he would trigger the boss position in another place. But it seems like it kind of failed. The intention was to have it in front of you and then spawn behind the character. The player.
So unfortunately, I mostly did that just right, with the exception of I still lost my gun. So unfortunate. What can you do?
The timing over there is very critical, because if you can get really close but not close enough where it can basically get hit by the monster, you can set up a quick kill, which saves a lot of time on this level.
Yeah, we're reaching the final phase of the level. Another bicycle section with the same boss we defeated before. And a very nice Contra helicopter reference.
Yeah, coming up after we take care of this guy, because, you know, as if getting eaten by a giant mechanical worm wasn't enough to take him out of commission, he's down for round 2, so we just gotta clown around here downtown and gotta hurry up, gotta hang on. Let's see what we got here. That's so easy when you got the triple jump. I mean, what can I tell you? Nice.
And the chopper is something that we will see later on in the game, and it's actually very important at the end of the game, but you will see that coming up.
Agreed. All right.
I never thought about it, but it makes sense.
Yeah, it's
it
always
might
nice
be the
to have
most important NPC in the entire game at the end.
All things considered, it's nice to have a very reliable chopper pilot on your side. I mean, it's a shame considering how some Wait, hang on a second. The audio of the game canceled out the line. Dang it! Well, that's unfortunate too. Okay, so I would have wanted to keep that heated plasma going into stage 2 here. That's okay. We'll have another chance for backup. Unfortunate that I also get poisoned as well. So there is a status condition that is pretty much exclusive to this jungle level here, and it is indeed poison. It doesn't just chip away at your damage. It also makes you slower. I can't run this way, so. Yeah, it is what it is. I'm going to try and avoid that. Ooh, should have jumped as well. Mind over matter,
this is
folks.
one of the levels where you normally want to see fire. There are a couple of places where you can pick it up, but definitely in the beginning of the game it will give the fastest path regardless of which character.
Did I not switch? Dang, I already lost my crash shot that way. That's unfortunate. I thought I switched my gun too. So this is the action button that I'm currently pressing in order to do this very stylish looking dodging. And granted, while it does keep you from taking damage, it's not always going to be the most reliable. It's a matter of knowing when to press it and whether or not the remaining amount of hang time you got mid-invincibility will persist. Oh, geez. Thank you for thank you for that game.
Frames.
Triple jump save.
I'm going to take the intentional
only
hit
where
here.
you can do dashes.
Okay, cool.
Remember to don't lose the heat gun.
Yep.
That is coming up.
Thank you, Milo. Let's get that.
Luckily, also didn't die because those crocodiles earlier above the water is definitely a place where a lot of people tend to lose their runs.
Yeah, it do be like that. All right, so I got the heated plasma, and we're looking A-okay to at least make this fairly quick for the back half of the jungle. But let's see if we can get this mid-boss going here. This is actually a good time to bring up core points, which is the in-game currency that lets you buy upgrades for Rising mode. And it's normally achieved by your combo meter. You want it to be pretty high. And then by doing it that way, you can also farm on those crocodiles right there, which they act as pseudo platforms. Good save right there on my part.
Good save.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Focus right
Is
there.
that? Yeah.
That's more like it. That was tough. I'll agree with you there, Bahamut. Yeah. For some reason, the game doesn't want me to hop over the rock. Okay. There we go. It's like, why am I not hitting it?
Sometimes when you're shooting, the action doesn't trigger. That's why I don't press shooting like all the time.
That's
only when I need it.
true. Very good point. But yeah, this is what it looks like to essentially put hours of grinding into the game and then some, folks. But it is very rewarding, I assure you. All right,
This game
coming
has
up
a very
to
tight timing on a lot of things.
very
But
true.
if you get it done, it's very, very rewarding.
All right, coming up to Leviathan. You actually saw him in the character selection screen. This is going to be interesting to talk about if we do get to talk about that. We'll see. But yeah, he's going to be piloting a couple of mechs in the game, and this is the Knight Persica. This boss is going to try and teleport around a couple of times. I wanted to make sure I played it just a little bit safe to make sure that I didn't lose my heated plasma. Okay, there we go. There he is. And booyah! Nice.
Yeah, nice. And let's see, jump on that.
There we go.
Perfect.
That is stage 2, the jungle. So this game does use IGT timing, and the best thing about that is we do have the in-game total clear time, which serves as a solid way to just be able to time your runs even if you don't have live split to use. So this game is actually very speedrun friendly on account of that.
Yeah, not only to give you the total game time, but also the section time. So, you know, you always know if you're doing bad or good in every level.
Ah, that was almost flawless. Thankfully, it was just the chain laser, and there will be a backup of that later, but I do want to hold on to the heated plasma for as much as possible. So yeah, you're already noticing, by the way, that, yeah, we got a lot of interesting enemy types going on, but this is where, sadly, we get introduced to the most annoying of the bunch. Oh, I could have gotten that backup heated plasma right there. Oh, well. I'll just do my best to hold on to this one and play it a little carefully, and then I'll get the super machine gun right there. Oh, really, game? That's how we're going to play it?
Yeah, so what he's trying to do there is basically use his blue frames, which are basically invisibility frames that you can get on jumps and that kind of stuff. And it's interesting how they work slightly different depending on the character, where some only have blue frames when going downwards, some also have blue frames going upwards.
Yeah, that's called the Ninja Jump upgrade, and it is a very handy-dandy tool. Oh. Okay.
So Yuri actually relies on it even more.
Oh, nice. We got to see its laser cannon. Pretty cool. But yeah, I usually try to make sure that boss doesn't get the chance to show it off. You know what? Let's take the hit here. We still got plenty of lives to work with. Now, those chunky enemies are the aforementioned worst type of enemy within the game, in my opinion. I like to call them Gorilla Men Luffy's, or whatever you call them, because they got the stretchy arms like the gum fruit, but they also explode when they die, and that becomes a pain in the butt. So, yeah. We also have a little Indiana Jones moment going on right here. Shout out to Troy Baker, voice of Indy in The Great Circle, and a little kudos to my pal Ipeho Pue, aka JP, one of the people that runs such a wonderful, fantastic game. All right, moving into the collapsing ceiling, and we got even more boulders, so let's rock on. Hey!
Ooh.
Get used to it, buddy. Nah, but for real. So, yeah, what do you think so far, Dane? Honest opinions.
I mean, the run looks a lot of fun, and this is definitely it's the most like I'd say it's the flashiest one, but the last one was the flashiest one. But it's like the most action oriented, I guess, of the ones we've seen so far.
Yeah, considering
It's
the
very
amount of
fast-paced. Like a lot of stuff going on all the time. Basically, you don't get any single moment where you can just sit out and chill out a little bit. Maybe with exception the auto scroller if you have done it like a million times. But even there's like stuff exploding all over the place all the time.
Yeah.
So now we've got a submersive boss coming up here, and I think I might as well mention another VTuber. Shoutouts to Tatsuri, who I made a little nod to at the end of my commentary for one of the SGDQ 2024 runs I did, or not did, but was again commentating for. So yeah, that's the Draconis. It was originally the same mech that was the Tigress that we fought earlier, only here it's now trying to be, I guess, the embodiment of the Beatles' Yellow Submarine or something like that. Heck if I know, it's just a weird thing. But yeah, Milo, go ahead and talk about the nuances of this boss.
Well, this guy always just use this star that follows you, and then you have these two things that are moving back and forth. It's a matter of scraping. And I think laser is a good pick for that one, although damage is low, is very consistent. And you can use the tough guy perk, that even if you get hit, if you don't get knocked down, you keep your weapons. So it's just a minor setback.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, we still managed to one-cycle that anyway, and trying to use the heated plasma, which is preferred on the eyepiece, the main weak point, still requires you to be very considerate of, like, doing a little jumping and whatever the heck. Yeah, jump, hopscotch, jump rope, whatever works, really.
This boss actually has like a lot of different type of faces, and it's actually quite cool, but unfortunately, and also fortunately, we never get to see those in most of the speedruns.
Hey, double chain laser.
It shoots you torpedoes from underground, and it's just crazy.
So there's a reason why I got a double chain laser in the start of the stage there, and one of the upgrades is that you can choose to buy a auto start for a chain laser. You can also do the same with the ripple gun, which sadly I will not be able to show off because while I do have one as a backup within level 2 the jungle, it's mostly what happens after that, which determines if it even gets a single bit of airtime or not, at least in my case. So yeah, it do be like that. But let's get this heated plasma.
In early days of the co-op category, when me and Lucy were doing dual Bahamut, our initial strat for the jungle level was actually a combination of laser and ripple, which works pretty well, but of course double fire eventually ruled out that strategy.
All right. Now this entire level, unfortunately, is one of a couple of complete auto-scrollers, like as in nothing but auto-scrolling going on. But we do still have a little bit of downtime to at least talk about the stuff we haven't covered yet, as well as what is to come. Such as this mini-boss, which, I mean, it's already exploding. What do you expect from me, folks? This is pretty much touch and go as far as the rising mode is.
By the way, this boss comes from Contra III The Alien Wars.
That's right.
From the other
That's right, yeah.
auto-scroller, yes.
I forgot about that, actually. Thank you. Yeah, there are some neat references, too, like how in stages 1 and 2, you had the defense wall, which we saw with Lanx's run. Oh, that doesn't usually... That's... Okay, all right, Richard...
Say the thing! Say the thing!
Richard, press the button. That's never happened before.
He said nothing!
Brother. Why is it that every time I do a kind of event run, this happens every single time?
That's revenge for you saying rock on earlier.
Oh, come on. I'm a Mega Man runner, and you know that, Dane.
I know.
You should have just made the excuse that you were doing a trophy RNG manipulation. I think that works, right?
I guess. I mean, I was trying to aim for the star chip too, which, by the way, if you're a fan of completionist categories, all star chips is a thing that we do have on the leaderboard. So actually, I could possibly try to learn that for do all the things if ever possible. That would be pretty cool. I wonder if Shasta would be cool with a completionist Contra run.
Oh, I'm sure he probably would. Could definitely talk to him about it. Or what you could do is you could submit it at gamesdonequick.com/hotfix. If you fill out that run submission form, trust me, folks, I go through that list all the time. I will see your run if you submit it there.
Actually, it's a funny coincidence, though, too, because while I have submitted hotfix runs before, this whole entire Contra block was a lot of coordination between Dane and myself, and I'm actually very grateful for the opportunity to have pulled this off, because I will say I did try to submit this for AGDQ as well as Zekier for Hardcore. Some of us did try to get a whole Contra block going, and thankfully, at the very least, we do have the absolute honor of seeing Mr. Cab 755 and Conster 786. I messed up the number. 780. Wait, 86? Did I say 86? Yeah, I must have gotten it right. I question myself a lot. Yeah, Conster and Cab are going to be doing a co-op at GDQ 2026 of the newest game, Operation Galaga, which was developed by Way Forward. It is a pretty solid game from what I've seen of it so far, but I've mostly remained spoiler-free. And also, it takes quite a bit of inspiration, to my understanding, from this game too, so yeah. All right, what we got here? This bozo. He's shooting missiles and then going behind the road. Oh, there goes the heated plasma. That's what backup strats are for, folks. Always know your backups. Really?
Ooh.
Well, the good news is that it's not that huge of a deal, because when it comes to gunner characters, you're not really going to be able to one-cycle this guy. The only one that can is Sayuri, and that's because she, instead of gun upgrades, goes for overclocked damage sort of thing, where you essentially increase the damage she deals to other enemies and stuff like that. Not really much else to it.
Basically, if you don't get KO'd with Sayuri, you have some sort of uber damage, which lets you do slightly more damage than if you would have got KO'd, and that can help a lot with both the mid bosses, but also definitely the end boss. Which is why the Sayuri category is quite a bit faster than the gunner categories.
Yeah, it's undoubtedly the fastest category of the game.
Yeah, she's so OP.
Super OP. Yeah. I guess I would also... No, you go ahead, Joey. Go ahead.
So my favorite thing actually is to combine Sayuri and Gunner with the co-op run that uses both of them, because it's very interesting to combine the two different type of play styles in order to shave even more seconds of certain type of bosses and that kind of thing. Because even Sayuri cannot do perfect cycles all of the time. So having like an additional gunner with the perfect like weapons combo is definitely awesome to do so.
Okay, so this is not the most ideal. I was trying to have that crash shot for the Lux Corona fight, but it looks like I'm going to have to play ball with the default. Now, luckily, I do happen to know my pacing when it comes to this one, because I mean, if you're a fan of Gradius, which is another Konami property, then yeah, you're basically at home with this kind of gameplay switch. But it also begs the question, if the hoverboard was capable of flying this whole time, why did we take the entire highway down to here?
Also, why do we need a chopper?
Why?
That's a great question too.
I mean,
because
okay,
of the reasons.
What reasons, Dane? Give me your headcanon.
The reasons.
Give me your headcanon. Come on.
You have to do it because of the reasons. I think. I'm not actually sure.
Guys, I think I'm not gonna get a better answer than that one, quite frankly.
Well, what could be the case is that initially they actually didn't use the chopper, but this already all happened, and then someone went back in time and then basically said, you have to use the chopper, otherwise the entire world will explode.
Oh, that's metal.
I think that kind of fits in the universe. So,
what, did you get that from Broforce? I wouldn't blame you if you did.
Not really, but it could sound like a Broforce thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to Broforce, another really great speedrun.
Yes, and shout out to Joey's brother Killer Chair, a very good friend of mine who runs that game, and Mega Man stuff too.
I also like him.
As one should. All right, so we're on the final phase of the Lux Corona. Now that I've gotten through the ring defense system, we're going to be seeing this entire robot go through multiple different phases. And once he starts exploding between each and every one of them, then yeah, it comes down to waiting for the exploding to stop, because the health bar just quite literally pauses there. Not much else to it. Nice kaboom right there.
With Sayuri, you can do a quick kill here, basically on most of the phases, by just like taking the damage, just tanking it, and just keep hitting it with your sword. But yeah, it's quite a bit slower with the gun category.
Come on, just a little bit more. Yeah, sorry that I'm not doing the best of jobs keeping my gun power-ups going, but that's the risk you run.
You're showing
Yeah.
all the backup strats, which is also very important, of course. People should practice their backup strats.
Exactly.
Oh,
I mean,
actually, I think Richard actually answered the question that you had earlier. Like, because I said because of the reasons, and you said what reasons. Richard actually answered that in chat. He said, "And the reason is you."
God dang it, Hoobastank. Final phase
Seems
of Lux
legit.
Corona. And
Ooh, an action.
yeah, it's just really bringing on its inner Toho. Stage complete. All right, cool.
Clean.
Very nicely done. Okay, so, I mean, there's not much else to go forth on so far, but, we're coming up to stage 5, and there's one nice little thing I like to always allude to, and that's other Konami properties, because this game was launched in 2011. And what other series still had games coming out at the time?
Silent Hill.
Someone fact check him on that one. He might actually be right.
Downpour came out in 2012, so I win.
Oh,
Boom.
it's Metal Gear.
Can get inside of one of those boxes here too. So
Exactly. It took me a while to figure that one out because I was just like, they're always about sounding the alarm. All right, I gotta have my laser on. I'm playing that too safe.
You also said it incorrectly. You said Metal Gear, but what you're supposed to say is Metal Gear.
I shoot at the. Oh no.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's going on here? That's never happened. Wait.
Yes.
Sorry, I
Bingo
forgot.
card, bingo card.
I forgot. That doesn't count.
Okay, fair enough. We already had one. We don't need to.
Yeah, I did. I had my one. It's not to say that I haven't had my two. Got to shoot the. So whenever the gate does come down, you do have to shoot the alarm panels in order to open it up. That's. I keep forgetting that for some reason, but whatever.
Honestly, I've been running this game for 5 years now. I just found out.
I mean, you could bust open the door, I guess. Shoot,
that's
they
an option.
found me.
Also, of course, we need a mandatory shout out to Daisuke Ishiwatari. Japanese names are always so difficult. For the awesome soundtrack. He's, of course, famous for a lot of different type of music within Konami properties and others. But yeah, like always great to hear a great soundtrack in a Contra game. Otherwise, it's not a Contra game.
And speaking of Contra games, there's actually a Contra code application in this game as well that I just learned about today thanks to Joey. And what does it do?
Well, actually, I asked him, like, hey, are we going to do the Contra code thing? And it's like, what is the Contra code thing? And I'm like, well, there's this cool thing where they actually re-recorded the original Contra music, but like in the Hard Corp style. So if you press the Konami code just before the first level select and you do it before the press starts to continue thing happens, the original version of the Contra music will play, but then in a more hardcore style, which is
It's
super
really cool. I look forward to trying that out for the first time proper when I have the chance. Because now that I know, I've found out something really nifty that just adds an extra touch of replayability to an already cool game. And by the way,
It's
you can
good
still
to have a
buy
little bit of
this.
variation.
Yeah, you can still buy this game, by the way, because, Xbox really do be ballin' with its backwards compatibility game. Why? I was shooting, I was mashing. What did I do wrong here?
You shouted out Xbox.
Oh yeah, that's probably it.
Is that really a bad thing these days? Dang it, I replaced... Well, I guess we get to show off the Ripple gun now, so that's okay. Sort of. Maybe, kind of.
Ripple backup.
Juries.
It is a cool weapon because it actually deflects all the different type of projectiles, which can be used in certain type of strategies. So it's not a bad backup, it's just something that doesn't have that much application in comparison to all the other weapons.
All right, so now we have Dr. Geo Mandrake. Wait a second, didn't we see this guy last run before? Wasn't he a bad guy or something?
I remember that guy.
So here's the interesting thing. This is essentially an escort mission, but the nice thing about how it works is that you don't have to revert to a checkpoint if he dies, which Ask and you shall receive. Whoops. So yeah, you don't want him to take. Wait. Oh, sorry.
His pathfinding can be a bit dodgy sometimes as well. So this is definitely a section where there have been runs that went to die, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, this section is so hard.
Yeah. So you saw that when he ran out of health, I had to wait for him to get back up, and the game still docks a life from you for it. So luckily, it's not like we got to go all the way back to the beginning. But yeah, no, Geo, luckily he is a good guy in this game because he is very instrumental in giving us information from the Commonwealth government, which is our main enemy faction. But wait, it's not a Contra game without an alien. Oh, here we go. The Celestial Imperator, folks. And this is going to be where I gotta take out the gun arms first in order to then coax out the main foe. So give me just a little bit of focus time here, but I'll let my commentators do the have talking work here.
I'll jump in real quick. Someone in chat said, I know he's saying this is awful, but it sounds like he's saying, what the dog doing?
You know
One
what?
of the things that I just love about this game is that all the different type of voice notes are so over the top. They were 100% knowing what they were doing when doing all these voice lines.
I mean, the reason I was pausing for a moment there was because you heard during the escort, one of the guys was saying that very funny, I'm running now, I'm running now, I'm running now, on repeat.
Yep.
And that's the entire delivery of the game. I'm not even exaggerating it.
Like, definitely the final boss phases has some really, let's say there are some voice notes in there that have been shouted by the community quite a lot because you hear them over and over and over and over.
We have defeated the Celestial Imperator. English is hard. We kicked the baby. Don't kick the baby, kick the baby.
Definitely kick the baby.
That's a new one I recently came up with. I actually have been saying that for a while now. And I guess we're going to also... this is the point in the run where I start to realize how many times I've said actually. It's one of my repeat words whenever I'm trying to not say
Actually, it's not actually a problem, actually.
Actually, it's not actually a problem.
Actually, it's pronounced actually. Thank you very much.
Also, semi-controversial opinion. Even though this level is kind of an auto-scroller, I absolutely love it.
You know what?
It is a lot of fun, and you can do small skits in this level too. You know.
You know what?
Sure.
I wonder if a T-Tree's watching right now, because Joey's got a point. See, folks, if there's one thing you got to know about me, I like trains.
My God, it's like the internet
like
back
fighter?
in 2010 all over again.
Hey, we are all about that age, I guess, so.
What can I say? I'm 28 years old. I know my stuff.
He's 28 years old and he's got tiger blood, man.
You know what? Fair enough. I never thought about that myself. Thank you, Tom Ska, by the way. All right, so as we're going through the entire auto-scroller, I think this is as good of time as ever to mention that one thing I'm actually really looking forward to with GDQ Hotfix is that Satan herself and Anarchy are going to be hosting a neurodivergence and disability runners hotfix special. And for those who don't know, I am an individual on the autistic spectrum, so I am very much looking forward to seeing who gets accepted and who gets to show off their stuff. Because quite honestly, as much as I would have wanted to submit to that, I think this by itself is good enough. And I mean, if I want to be transparent, I kind of accidentally overslept through the deadline anyway, so I have no say in it. But what really matters is the fact that I think speedrunning is the kind of thing that you don't have to be, neurotypical to do. You can be whatever you want to be and make it work for yourself. Like, I still remember when Asuka hosted the episode of Express Lane I was on, and we had Blind Spot, who is a legally blind runner and ran Mega Man 2, and that was such a cool run.
Yeah, I remember that. That was super cool.
Like, for real. There's so many good memories with that hotfix. And some of my wonderful friends in life are people on the neurodivergent spectrum themselves. So, honestly, just please check that out whenever you can. Like, it's going to be on November 29th and the 30th. So I did want to give my kudos to that while we had the time. But aside from that, like,
watching people with impaired vision play, it's always amazing. Have you seen Blind Warrior Ben on Street Fighter? Like, he played on Evo, and he reached quarterfinals, if I recall right.
Wow. That's actually really cool.
Super impressive.
Oh, yeah, that was a boss, by the way. That was a train. That was a train.
The boss is a train?
The boss was a train with cannons.
The boss was a train? A cannon train?
Yes, that was canon. That was, in fact, canon.
So that is part of the story, is that it's got cannons. The cannons are canon?
Yes, the cannons are canon.
It's double cannon.
Okay, just making sure.
It's probably tuned in D. Canon in D?
I had to think about that for a second.
That took me a second, but I got it, yeah.
And I'm the one that's musically adept, so I should know that by now. And this is a mecca, by the way. Any Gundam fans out there? Any Macross fans? I don't know. Maybe Ultraman fans even. That surely counts. Ultraman Z with Savanger and King Joe. Yeah, that boss can be casually annoying, and I attest to that for my first playthrough. That was tough. So coming up is going to be the main boss of Stage 6, and it's very important that we get to learn a little bit about Bahamut himself, because there's actually a little quirk with his character, a line that, the enemy grunts and death throws kind of just blocked out in the jungle, so he repeats it here, thankfully. This boss is called the Arachne. What is the one kind of phobia most people tend to have?
Heights.
Okay, I'll give you that. That's kind of one of mine too, sort of. But
Public speaking.
Wait for it.
Unclean underwear. Oh.
That's good.
Yeah, I love that. It's kind of become a shout out too, just because of how much I love it. I've no joke. I've commentated for a lot of Contra Hard Corp, or not, Hardcore Uprising speedruns. I almost just got fully distracted, and that's okay, because that was the super machine gun.
Very nice. Someone answered your question with knees and shrimp, which I have questions for those people.
Why would you be afraid of knees?
To be honest, shrimp knees would be really scary.
I mean, I don't see any reason to be scared of knees. I mean, you don't need to.
But imagine knees on shrimps. That's the scary part.
Well, we've literally had Caternies. This is the GDQ channel. We've been through that.
I forgot about Caternies. No.
Dane, I've discovered GDQ when I was still in college. I've been around the block before I started speedrunning in 2020.
Yeah, I discovered GDQ when I was in my 30s, so thanks for that.
Sorry. All right, Stage 7, second to last, and this is where the action really ramps up. So let's properly talk about the story beats, shall we? The name of the game is that the year is 2613, and the Commonwealth government has ruled over things with an iron fist. There has been a bunch of resistance efforts that have been trying to overthrow it and its tyrannical ruler, Tiberius. And in doing so, 4 war heroes from each tribe of the rebellion efforts have now banded together to engage in a desperate plot to completely put things to bring peace to the world once and for all and free everyone from the Commonwealth. So now we've infiltrated their capital tower, and at this point we are going to eventually meet Tiberius himself, but also have a bit of a reunion with a face we saw earlier in the game. So yeah, this is where things really get epic and then some, I dare say.
in some ways, I would say that this level is kind of the most difficult one in the game because there's just so much going on and it's a relatively long level that it's just, it tries to throw new stuff at you. There are vertical sections. There's like the very famous rocket section that we will see twice. It's an interesting level, and I guess a little bit more difficult than the last level in some ways.
So I'm betting we're blowing Dane's mind a little bit with the fact that the enemies are using rockets to blow up their elevators.
I mean, I did say at the beginning of the show, lasers, rockets, grenades, paintballs, and shotgun shells. It's in the list.
It's definitely on the list.
Yeah, what was I thinking? Or maybe I just wasn't paying attention. Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. All right, so yeah, we got a little more elevator time. It's all about taking care of these enemies, really. Not much else to this. Okay, so another little nice factoid from my list of factoids here. So this game actually got mentioned in a donation during GDQ's last known Contra Hard Corp run, which was done by Mike B. Go Hard back in GDQ 2020. And so I think it's only fair to say that we've got a $5 donation from the world record holder of this game saying, when Hard Corp Uprising? The time is now.
Absolutely.
And we're actually going to be showing off some really nifty tricks that were partially found with help of my friendos Slurpy Ninja and Chitty Chitty Fang Fang, or formerly known as the Phantomire. So I'm going to see if I can pull this off because I am not the most practiced, but I think...
Green line. Yes.
Yes, got it. So what just happened there was I skipped a helicopter that would have spawned just a little bit more. Okay. Rip. Sorry. Thanks, though, for the warning, Milo. Appreciate it.
Yeah, it's okay.
We got to show off the one.
I always forget that one, too.
Yeah, so there are two choppers, and you can basically skip them both, but only if you die and then respawn in exactly the right position. It's a little bit tricky, and even if you practiced it a lot, you can sometimes still just get slightly off and don't get it.
Also, did you know that you can trigger those missiles to explode if you shoot at them?
Yep.
It's a nice little callback to Contra III, the Alien Wars. Nicely done, Jacquiao. Yeah, honestly, just shout-outs to my fellow Contra cohorts who got to run today. Very happy for y'all. I know marathon luck and the games themselves can be a bit hard, but trust me when I say y'all did wonderfully, and even if the luck was not in everyone's favor, it's the fact that we're all here. It counts. It matters, and I'm very proud of y'all.
Yeah, I've been entertained this whole time, so I think that's all the folks at home really care about at the end of the day is it fun to watch? And even when the game is not behaving, I mean, heck, sometimes it's more fun when the game's not behaving to watch.
Yeah. And speaking of watching,
I did a Sayuri run for BSG Annual one year, basically as a backup run, and it was one of those, night shift. No one, we were in front of schedule and we needed to run real quick. And basically everything went wrong, but it was probably one of the funnest runs that I've done in a long time.
Said mentor of mine also did a race with Joey at one point, and it was super fun to commentate. One of my personal faves. Big shout outs to the BSG team.
I had some bad luck there, but it was a good race. It was a good race.
I forgot about your bad luck. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you remember that.
It's fine.
Look,
hey, at least I had RTA world record for a bit with Sayuri, so at least there was that,
Hey, let's go.
There you go. So we got Leviathan here. He's making his return. We get to fight him a little bit, but also chase after him solo. Yeah. And then we'll have one last mech fight with him coming soon after. That'll be the end of Leviathan. I didn't want to lose the heated plasma there. Well, that's tragic, but I'll take the spread shot for the backup. Dane, out of curiosity...
You can always get the laser.
Oh yeah, where's
Oh,
the
yeah,
laser,
still a laser
Milo?
coming
When things start falling down, last section before you fight him, that's where you get a laser.
All right,
shoot
sounds
up
good to me.
I will let you know.
As things are falling down, gonna keep my eagle eyes here. Dane, what's my RTA looking like right now, though?
You're looking at a 42 and some change.
That's pretty good, all things considered. I'll take that.
Not too bad, not too bad.
By the way, what's the relationship between Bahamut and Leviathan? Right there,
Yeah.
on the top right corner.
Oh, okay, got it. Nice. Thank you, Milo.
Yeah, that laser
You are
saved my
welcome.
ass so much times.
Yeah, human shields ain't gonna work in this case, Leviathan, but you're still a brutal human for it all the same. All right, so what victory for later? What do you think you've got going for you, man? You're being clowned on. This is not your time to shine, buddy. But hey, let me tell you, if you're even more hardcore of a gamer and you want to really make this even more hardcore, play as Leviathan. You can't get the ninja jump as him. He can't get tough guy, but he can do the Contra Hard Corp slide mechanic, and he's got grenades as well. So he's pretty hardcore, I guess.
The characters it's super cool how they have slight variations sometimes, but the entire run basically changes around them. Completely different routing.
Is Light invincible by any chance? Do you know?
I think so, if I recall correctly. We'll find out. I mean, actually, no, it should be. It should be. I'm not the most well-versed on him, unfortunate to say. And even more unfortunate. So, folks, I know this is GDQ, and one thing we all love is dogs here. But this boss... This puts a name to bad use. This is Cerberus, and I just don't think this is anywhere good of a Cerberus. I much prefer the one from Hades.
Earlier today.
Wait, huh?
What's up?
No, I guess there was another Cerberus at one point in time. I don't know. What do I know these days?
This one only has 2 heads. This isn't even a real Cerberus.
Wait, is it one Cerberus, 2 Cerberi?
Why do you
there's
gotta
the other
ask
head.
these questions?
So it's got 4 heads? It's more
It's got
Cerberus than
6
Cerberus.
heads. It has
It's got
6 heads.
It's Cerberus squared.
Because it has 2 of those heads trying to spawn those grotesque-looking arms. Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, well, at least he's almost done. All right.
Then someone in chat had to say it. What the dog doing?
All right.
Did you pet that dog?
So now I'm thinking it's only fair that I go ahead and talk a little bit about something personal. So I actually do want to give a shout out to my dog, Sammy. He's a Labradoodle of 11 years. And unfortunately, he's not much longer for this world. But I do want to say he has been the light of my life and has been a wonderful boy to my family. And we owe so much of our love and happiness over these past years thanks to him. So since I never really got to show him for my my streams and stuff, I present to you all the one and only Sammy Cam. This is for you, buddy. All right. Without further ado, we now begin the final level of the game, Stage 8. And this is our last auto-scroller. We're back on the bike from Stage 1, and we're now confronting Tiberius. So, because I was talking over Bahamut's lines, I'll just go ahead and say it myself. Show yourself, you bastard! Show yourself, Tiberius!
Well done.
Some of the great voice lines that definitely after you play this game like a million times, you just automatically start quoting them while you're playing.
Biker mice from Mars!
Woo! Biker mice from Mars.
Joey, please explain that one.
So this is a reference that happened when me and a good friend of mine actually started speedrunning this game together. Me and Lucy played this first as a co-op just over lockdown, just because we were bored and wanted to do something fun. But at this moment, when we're flying on the air on like a motorcycle, we both literally looked at each other like, hey, do you remember Biker Mice from Mars? So it literally just became a thing now that every time during that segment, we just shout out to Biker Mice from Mars.
Yeah, the lore has finally been revealed.
I don't think I've ever explained that on stream. Yeah, now I think about it.
A Crosshair first.
A certain someone within the community has been waiting for this moment for long, y'all.
Yeah, I always said I will tell it when it's the moment, and apparently that was today.
Indeed. Okay, so here's the unfortunate part about Crusher Walls, the fact that they crush down on you and, well, the game won't progress with you getting your respawn until after the walls have come up. Now, I am getting low on lives, so we'll have to do our best here and hopefully not get a game over. But if it does happen, wow, that ripple caught a ride on the missile, and I still got it anyway. Oh, I love it. Okay, you know what, Dane? We got to do it one more time. That's never happened before.
Hey, we did that thing. Again. Well, that's the second one, really, because you said the other second one was not. It didn't count, you know.
I wouldn't have counted it. So coming up is the.
We've got two.
Yeah. The final gauntlet of bosses are coming up. We're starting with the Vitus engine to take this entire ship down. This is going to be a multi-phase section, and hopefully I can keep my heated plasma. It would have been nice if I kept if I had a chain laser on hand for this one, but heated plasma is not a bad backup to have either. Like, really, heated plasma and chain laser are just some of the best guns within this game. You also have the spread shot. You got the super machine gun. There's the ripple shot, the crash shot, and then I think that's it, yeah.
Spread shot.
Well, I did say spread shot, yeah.
This is definitely a level where a lot of brothers try to save up a laser, just primarily since this can save quite a bunch of time.
So, chat, I hope you all are a fan of orbs, because there's a lot of them here.
Orb!
Oh, yeah, that's right. I am a Castlevania runner, after all. Thanks again, GDQ, for having me for SGDQ 2024. Appreciate that.
I know what a Mario is. Those have orbs.
All right, coming up on phase 2, the pillars of not autumn, except it is autumn because we're literally in the middle of fall.
Yeah, and these pillars also shoot at you, and sometimes can be a little bit random, but in general, they're pretty doable.
They're also kind of derpy, I dare say, in color.
Yep.
Like, it's a lime green. I like green. It's my favorite color. I mean, look at me. What am I wearing right now? But...
headphones.
And a beanie, but... That's my usual getup anyway. Like, I like wearing the beanie these days, but you would think that a guy of my name would be wearing a mask. I kind of used my Borderlands 4 pre-order mask for a gag at one point in Big Bad Game-a-thon, but like, I don't know. I didn't think I had time to pull that one out. We've already been through a lot as it is today.
I mean, I would also expect somebody with your name to be like in the middle of a storm in an ocean, but that's not the case either.
Did I just hear a dog? Yes, that was a decent orb.
Yep. Normally, the moment you get knocked down, there's no way to jump back up again. So the moment you're down, you're basically like wasting time just shooting left, right, left, right, left, right until he finally dies. We just passed the little shop section where there are a bunch of weapons which you can use for backup if you want to.
Here's Tiberius, phase 1. Ah, he did it! Go to hell!
Go to hell.
I swear, the voice acting in this game, I respect the voice actors first and foremost, but it was almost
all in.
I feel like the voice direction is the one thing that didn't go all the way in, which is tragic because it happens to some of my favorite games in general. Some of them anyway, not a lot of them. I still think I play a lot of wonderfully cast and directed games, and I also think a lot of voices that, you know, aren't in a whole lot of projects, they deserve their airtime just as much. So yeah, all things considered, the voice cast has my respect here. But yeah, unfortunate that we did lose our better weapons to Tiberius Augustus here, but come Tiberius Invictus, the third and final phase, sorry, I had to spoil that, there will be an opportunity to get some more gun weapons through the entire battlefield. But here's the kicker. I've got 4 lives left. I have to be very considerate of that, because if I game over, it's all the way back to the start of this section, thankfully, because that's really all it is. Frankly, if it were like a much more polished performance, you wouldn't even be seeing all these zany moves going on here. Like, look at this. You got these Tiberius green men clones coming from eggs. Like, frankly, this isn't just a speed run. This is also a nice showcase of what the bosses can really do here. And I think that's fine enough. But I also really...
these are all kind of code violations, you know, for working in a place like that. It's on an airship, you know, so like there should be probably some sort of safety regulations.
Yeah, OSHA compliancy and all that good jazz.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure they don't really do it there.
Nah. How are we looking on RTA?
Pretty close. Doing all right.
Okay. Yeah. Just getting a quick timer check just in case I do happen to botch. Because luckily the game is gracious enough to put you at the beginning of after the Vitus engine if you do game over. So really we are on the final stretch as far as things go. And if I do game over, I will guarantee to have this thing done in no time. Because all those lives, they come back to you, baby. But just making sure we're not going too overestimate.
Yeah, luckily the shop section...
It actually puts you right after the Vitus engine, if I recall right.
Yes, that's it.
So you don't have to fight it again.
Yep.
All right. But yeah, if you've been enjoying this game, folks, please buy this. I hope that one of these days, maybe Arc System Works and Konami will come back and agree upon getting this Switch 2 port or even a PC port. Like, that would just be a dream, because this game may be backwards compatible on Xbox Series XS. But man, to think this is a 7th generation console game and has remained exclusive as such as a digital-only title is almost mind-blowing. Thank goodness the PS Store itself is still somewhat active for the 3, but you know, that's neither here nor there. The good news is we actually do allow the use of PS3 emulation, though, in the community, so this is still very accessible and also fairly beginner-friendly in that way.
Absolutely.
Punched to the side. Okay.
Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Get a laser, shoot up. That's it. You got it.
Locking in. It's also about platforming, though, because if you have nothing to rely... Ah! Okay.
Oh, no.
All right, let's see how this goes. He's going to bite. All right. Just gonna put up some serious time.
There are a couple of quick kills, specifically with Sayuri, that you can set up that is pretty good. And if you're doing co-op run, it's almost always guaranteed to get him on like when he just
enter position and straight up.
Absolutely. All right, almost. Come on, just a little bit more. Awesome. Okay.
Great job.
But we're not out of the woods just yet, folks. Time will be on the final helicopter grab. I have to make this. Otherwise, the game will not give me any brownie points. You could fall into the pit, and it would still put you on there, but not this time. Go to hell, you monster. Well said, Bahamut. All right. Let's pray. Time.
GG.
Nice. GG.
Let's go.
Not bad.
We made it.
That was almost a
Fun
wreck.
fact, I actually have lost a PB to missing the chopper like twice. Which is like, it literally wasted like 30 seconds. Otherwise, I would have PB'd just because I kept missing the chopper because of all the pressure. So, good job on that one. That's the actual final boss.
For sure,
Yeah,
man.
56:19 is the final time on that one. So not too far over. Like, honestly, that's still pretty close.
I had my fun with this game, and honest to God, this was just a wonderful showcase to do. So I'm grateful for the time I had here, and I'm pretty sure that could likely be. Let me check. I think this could be a IGT
I think it's PB for you, man. I think it's PB for you. I just checked. Your PB is 54-23.
54-23. That is a PB, folks.
Hey,
Yep.
let's go.
Congratulations, man. That's how we do it.
Congratulations.
That's
Well
how
done.
we do it. All right. Well,
Alrighty.
before we sign off, one last thing, one last round of kudos. First off to Studio 4 Degrees Celsius for the wonderful animated cutscenes. You may have heard their work through the movie Mind Game, but also for other games and animations like The Amazing World of Gumball. That one episode with the moms in anime form actually fighting it out. They also did the Street Fighter IV anime cutscenes, as well as the Ties That Bind OVA. One of my personal favorite animation studios. And also to the wonderful folks of the Contra community for having accepted me ever since I did my first hardcore Uprising commentary for them all, which was through our own Contra Speedruns Twitch channel. We haven't used it in a while, but we've done quite a bit of community races through there, and if you'd like to support there, it would be appreciated. We also have the Contra Discord community server, so anyone that wants to learn any kind of Contra game, we have people who are more than willing to teach you. So, guys, thank you so much for having me. And Contra Crew, that was for you all. But also, this one was for Sammy. Love you, buddy.
Heck yeah.
I will always love you.
GG Sammy, one of the best boys ever. But yeah, folks, we are. Welcome back to Crosshair. We are on the last run of our biggest show yet. Contra Rebirth is up next, and this is going to be the second showing of a race here on Crosshair. We just had the first one on Ratchet & Clank not that long ago, and now we have got Linkemeister and Zora here to race Contra, so take it away.
Yeah, I'm Linkemeister. I sometimes speedrun this game.
I'm Zora, and I speedrun this game a lot. I can't go a month without playing this game. I have a lot of records in this game. I can't seem to get a world record unless it's low percent. But yeah, that's me.
All right, we are ready to count this down whenever you are.
I'm definitely ready.
I am ready as well.
Let's do it.
Right.
Oh, which one of you would like to do it?
I will do it. So
Go for it.
this, we count down from 4, since it takes 4 seconds till we actually get control of the game. So when I start counting down, we just like select the character like right away. So we're gonna go 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
So there's actually 4 characters in this game, and we're choosing Newt Pliskin, the salamander, because he moves the fastest. So
Yep.
it just makes sense. There's a lot of different gun types in this one. There's spread, normal, heat seeker, and laser. And this is like one of the few Contra games where heat seeker is actually a really important one in this section in the next level. There's 5 levels, by the way.
And for easy difficulty, there's 5. For the normal and hard and nightmare, there's a 6 stage for the boss. That's yeah. I don't really like that boss.
Yeah, I don't either. That's why I only run easy.
Yeah, I've done a few normal difficulty speedruns, but yeah, that boss is pretty chaotic. And on easy difficulty, you don't lose your weapon when you actually die. So, ooh, I got good RNG.
Oh, nice. Yeah, and that little thing right there where the easy mode, you don't lose your weapons, lets us do a lot of important death warps, but not really warps, they're just kind of time saves.
This part, if you hold A, it goes faster. That's the only spot.
You have
So
to,
the music is really good. Really good. Oh, I can hit them. It's fine.
And this golem is the final boss of this stage, at least.
Yep.
So it's nice that like you get to see him before you fight him. There's a couple of positioning things where you want to be as close as possible, like these fortresses here.
If you're too close, the lower shots like sometimes doesn't hit. So
Yeah,
at least
that's
with
why-
new Bliskin.
Yeah, you have to back up a tiny bit. And each character has little tiny differences in their shooting angles and jump heights. So it makes each character a really unique experience. My personal favorite would be Brownie.
I haven't done any speedruns with Brownie. I think she jumps higher too, if I'm correct.
Yeah, she has the highest jump in the game. Here we're looking for a 4 cycle where he only shoots 4 of the 2 rockets. And just the last one. Oh, I got it. Nice.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, sometimes if the rocket goes off screen, it's gone. So then you have to take an extra cycle.
Now we're just kind of waiting for the boss to spawn. Happens after like 30 seconds or so.
Pretty easy fight.
Three. That's pretty bad, in my opinion. Or
There you go.
fireballs.
Yeah, I got 4. Like after the boss, you can just die over and over, and it's he says, "Let's attack aggressively," over and over. Okay, so this stage, the llamas, you want to shoot the head, so it goes way faster.
This stage is very different from the rest of the stages. It's a lot longer, and it's not a typical platformer.
Yep.
But it is a callback to the highway from a bunch of other Contra games.
Oh, of course, nice.
Bonk.
The enemy spawned like really on top of me. Thanks, game. I wanted to grab that. Nice.
Oh, no.
My jump inputs. Okay, nice. I guess I don't have a laser now. That's fine.
Oh.
It's perfectly fine.
Typically, I actually don't get laser. I find that with me doing some recent testing, laser's actually a bit, I wouldn't say a bit slower, but it's definitely optional.
Yeah, I'm just used to getting laser for the boss. We have just a bunch of rockets. Also, the truck is invincible. Again, the music is great.
Guys, when you get to the 3 guys, make sure you're jumping to get as many spread shots in as possible. That's probably one of the best ways that you can defeat those 3. And then this
Now we got
ninja guy is
Yep.
really
We
tricky.
got a mini boss. Not that difficult.
While you're fighting this mini boss, I'm going to jump in and let everybody know that Awesome Games Done Quick 2026 will be live in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania from January 4th to the 10th. Registration is open now, so be sure to register if you want to experience the event in person. And you can also visit gdq.gg for more info about the event.
Now we got a bunch of
This-
robot llamas.
Yeah, this part, it seems to last way longer than it should. I guess it's a bit harder in the higher difficulties when you get more enemies to spawn.
Yep. I have completed hard difficulty myself. Tried Nightmare, but yeah, it's a no.
Nightmare is tricky. I've
Think with a name like
beaten-
that.
I have beaten Nightmare before. I've actually beaten this game blindfolded, so
Nice.
I'm the first person to do that.
Well done.
Thank you. It took me 2 hours and 15 minutes though, which is pretty bad
Still, you did it,
compared to the 12 minutes it would usually take to do a run. Very glad I got that kill because that requires precise positioning to do that. And I got the bad RNG where he jumps higher.
Okay, he's dead. Oh, I do have a feeling that I do have to take a game over at the end of the game.
Oh no.
That's
How many
fine.
lives do you have?
2.
Oh no.
It's fine. It doesn't. At the final part, if you just die there, it's perfectly fine.
Well, I mean, just don't die there and you'll be okay.
True.
It's not like this game is hard or anything.
Totally.
I would say it's one of the easier Contra games, but I've only ever played this game. But if you crank up the difficulty, that's a completely different story.
I gotcha.
I find this yeah, you go ahead. Don't worry.
Oh no, I'm here to fill the air when you don't have anything to say. So feel free to.
I was saying I find this part very slow, and the music helps.
Yeah. Good soundtrack is key, and Contra definitely delivers on that front.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
While we are riding slowly through this tunnel, I can jump in and let everybody know that the Frame Fatales is one of our GDQ communities. They're a group of women and femmes who share a passion for speedrunning, gaming, and charity, in addition to the 2 flagship events they host year-round, as well as the activities in their Discord, like Game of the Month and randomizer events. If you want to get more involved with that, you can type !FF in chat to learn more.
Got a pretty fast kill there on that mini boss.
There we go. I just killed the mini boss. Of course, I just get hit by the fireball.
Oh no! Did you lose all your lives?
Nope. I have 1 life left. Well, if I get to the boss, that's fine. The boss is super easy.
It's pretty cruel that they put the hardest platforming section next to like the auto scroller.
I'm gonna wait here. There's a weapon pickup that I do not want to grab. It's gonna take it a little bit slow. I'm just gonna take a game over at the beginning of the next stage. This boss is easy.
There's a lot happening on the screen right now.
That was the boss.
Spread helps to just eliminate everything.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna take a death here.
And we hope for good RNG on the lasers.
There's some spray weapon.
All right, we're at Gava, the final boss.
Please jump, game. Oh my god. Game, please stop being annoying. Oh, that was
So many lives here.
That was bad.
And that's time.
GG's. And Link is almost there with you. He's catching up quick.
Yep. Let's hope I don't die again. It's pretty chaotic, this part.
It is very, there's a lot happening on the screen.
Yeah.
It's almost a bullet hell.
Of course, I thought that was right in front of it. Okay, thanks, game. Nice. Oh, one life, dude.
Contra is being Contra today, apparently.
Yep.
Brutal game.
Find a boss.
All right, now it's easy, right, Kappa?
Oh, come on, die.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's go.
Time. I barely survived.
We did it.
Almost had a second game over, bruh. Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, do some quick shout outs and then we can get on to our next show. So go for it, both of you.
Oh, I speedrun a lot of games, mostly Metroid. So if you like just a variety of console genres, feel free to follow me on twitch.tv/Linkenmeister.
Again, Zora?
I speedrun just this game. This is my only speedrun game. And I'd like to give a quick shout out to Archie Coffee for teaching me a lot of the tricks to this game. He's a moderator for this game. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you both for showcasing this race. This was fun, and I'm glad we got to make Contra our second race on Crosshair. So thank you both for showing it.
Well, thanks for having me,
folks. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you bet.
Thanks for having us,
folks. That is going to be it for Crosshair this evening, but fear not, because there is more GDQ Hotfix coming up. Up next is Speedruns from the Crypt, and today's Saw Day on Speedruns from the Crypt. So stick around for Saw if you watch those movies. We'll be back in a couple of weeks with another episode of Crosshair. Not going to spoil this one for you just yet. You have to tune in 2 weeks to see it. But as always, folks, no matter what your dreams, goals, or hopes are in this world, always keep them in your crosshair. We'll see you next time.